I love X, right? The first 10 nights he did that shit, I felt like I wanted to cry because I knew his story. After the first 10, after that, I was like, man, hurry up with this motherfucker. Yo, welcome back to 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. I'm Carmelo Anthony here with my co-host.
That's right, it's your boy, the Kid Mero, the Human Do-Rag. And this is a Wave Sports and Entertainment original. It's presented by Prize Picks. Man, we are back. And we super back, man, because we got one of the illest in the building. Whew, one of the most talented, you know what I'm saying, multifaceted creators in the game, you know what I'm saying? MC, musician, actor, you know what I mean? The one and only Method Man. I was gonna do the whole MET.
Bro, that right there was fantastic. I wish you didn't read it though, because then I would have been like, "That's dope" off the top of the head.
Salute.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. You know that. Welcome.
I'm happy to be here, man. You know what I'm saying? Been a fan of Melo since day one, since he came out of Cuse.
No doubt.
You know, Bodega Boys, y'all a staple in the hood. You already know what that is and shit.
Come on now.
But the only thing I'm offended with is that you guys, you know, the Bodega Boys, y'all got everybody thinking New York just eat chopped cheeses and shit. You know what I mean? I ain't never had a chopped cheese in my motherfucking life.
I tried to tell him. I was like, yo, listen, there's a lot of more variety, man. Like, I gotta come
bacon,
here.
egg, and cheese, all that shit, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles owe y'all
a check, bro.
Yeah, they owe y'all a check.
Yeah, that y'all been there a little too long, man.
They held it way too long.
They got the Wagyu chopped cheese. Wagyu chopped cheese is crazy.
It's crazy.
I had that shit when I did the shop. Oh shit, bad plug. But I had that, yo, the meat was good, but that bread was hard as a motherfucker. That ciabatta bread, they can have that ciabatta.
Oh, nah,
I don't like that ciabatta.
You gotta have the right roll.
Ciabatta.
Gotta have the right bread.
You gotta have the right bread. Man. They should have put that. They should have put that on one of them Hawaiian King buns or something like that.
That would have went crazy. Little brioche.
You heard? A little slider.
Yo,
there you go.
Obviously, you got a sense of humor. You know what I'm saying? You're a cool dude to hang around and shit. Like, do you think that that's why the younger generation connects with you on that level that they do? You know what I'm saying? Because, like, not even on a music tip, on a just like a culture tip.
I think a lot of it has to do with fun. Not even being funny, it just seemed like I'm having fun. And I am. I'm not gonna lie. With that being said, yo, my wife hates your motherfucking laugh, man. That right there, she hates your.
I'm sorry.
Like, she hear that. If I'm watching y'all on TV, man, she come in, she gonna turn that shit off.
Sorry,
you and Corey Holcomb. And I love Corey Holcomb.
I'm about to do a podcast with Corey Holcomb just to fuck up.
Laugh.
Just to laugh. Yo, we laughing. You mad?
Word. Salute.
Yo, I mean, listen, but what it is like, when I laugh, I'm really laughing.
It's from the soul. I can tell this shit. She just don't like it.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna change the pitch. We gonna do some CGI shit with the sound.
Change the laugh. Sound effects and all that.
You know what I mean? Put the cool reverb on it.
I'm gonna need that for like one of my little voice commands or something like that. Where I'll be like, Mero, and your voice come on instead of Siri. And it's like the laugh.
Yo, what you trying to
do, my G? What you trying to do, my guy? What you need to know?
Yo, bust a left up top. I got right there. Yo, hold on.
I love it.
Oh shit.
Yo, so speaking of connecting with the youth and shit, you connected with Jordan Howlett. You know what I'm saying? Who's out here? He's like, come here. That guy.
Yeah, Jordan. Come here, guys, come here. Let me say something.
And did this, which is like internet breaking level shit, bro. And like,
I did. Yo, did you see the Zoom though? I caught that Zoom. I caught the Zoom. Like,
bro, it was like,
it took me a couple of tries though. Jordan had to show me. I don't have Snapchat. I don't have TikTok. None of that. I don't do TikTok. None of that. But he had to show me that. That's Snapchat right there.
One take, Meth.
Well, yeah, no, it was a couple. It was a couple of takes. I ain't gonna even lie, like 2 or 3 maybe. But we got it done pretty fast. The crazy thing is, Jordan hollered at me through the DMs. And he was like, you know, people are telling me that I look like you or whatever. And I was like, no, you don't. But he was like, we look like each other. Can you do something with me? I was like, sure, I'm a fan. I like your stuff you put up and stuff. It's very informative. Why not? And when he came up with the idea, I was like, yeah, let's go do it. Why not?
Does that kind of energize you, you know what I'm saying? Like to keep going and shit? Because there's a lot of people...
Just, not that. That's
like Jordan in particular. Did Jordan inspire you to continue in entertainment?
When I do stuff like that, that is me reaching back to the younger generation, breaking bread.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like giving back, kind of. Even though I don't owe nothing. Nobody owes me nothing, and I don't owe anybody nothing. It's like, oh, I can see that. That would be okay to do something like that. Plus, he's a cool dude and shit. Why not? You know what I mean? But nah, that don't impact me at all. Like shit, it's just something to do.
What is it that gets you going? You know what I'm saying? Is it as simple as yo, I gotta pay these bills, or like you good?
Bills always gonna motivate somebody, man. Bills is a big motivator, right? That and hunger.
That's a fact.
For me, it's about, again, that fun factor. Like, I gotta have fun with what I'm doing, because if I'm not enjoying myself, I check out. You know what I mean? And that's the worst shit you can do, especially if you're an actor or even a musician for that matter, because the longer your hiatus, the longer it takes for your audience to get back into you. It's like having a season finale and y'all don't come back for 3 years, and then you expect people to pick up where y'all left off at. It don't work that way.
Nah.
It does not.
Game of Thrones did it.
Yeah, they
Tuesday, Game of Thrones, they come back 8 years later.
Like, nice. It didn't bring it off like that.
You know, some people that were on that show do not have British accents, like they're American. I couldn't understand how they.
That should be fucking me up.
How do you do that?
And the vice versa of it too. The British dudes that come and they be like, "Hey, what up?"
That's easy for them.
What up, cuz?
That's easy for them because it's kind of like up north, Northerners doing a Southern accent. We think we got it right. We don't always get it right, but they can't do our shit. Make sense? Like British could do our shit, but we can't do their shit.
Right.
Down south, we could try their shit and kind of get it, but they can't do up north accent to save their fucking life.
They'll do like 3 phrases.
That's it. Bacon, egg, and cheese, Yo,
money. It reminds me of the yo, that's
or they go, yo, son, yo, God. If they understood what they was playing with right there, they wouldn't do that.
No, not at all.
They would not do that. No. But you know, ignorance is bliss. Let them have that.
Go ahead and do that. Yo, so we talk about this shit a lot on this show, man, and Power. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Power Book 2, McLean. You know what I'm saying? You was said in the interview, you was like, yo, this is one of the illest roles that I've done because it came out of nowhere.
Ever.
Like, people was not expecting this shit from me at all.
Ever.
Like,
I've had a lot of that in the past 3-4 years, man. A lot of people didn't expect to see me in that light. So I commend Courtney, the people at Stars, but mostly Courtney 50, Mark Kenton, for even giving me the opportunity to show what I could do outside of my comfort zone. You know, anybody can go out there and play a thug all day. I like doing thug roles. I don't care what nobody say. I like doing that shit. I can identify with it.
We got a thug role for you, B. We got a thug role on deck for you.
Period. But you get me up there to, you know, talk, walk, speak, just, you know, actually do this law shit. I'm not going to say it's easy. I had to work my way up to it, but I've always been smart. I play myself down depending on what crowd I'm in, you know, we have levels. We code switch all the fucking time and shit. You know what I'm saying? I do it with intelligence. Sometimes you got to dumb shit down for people to understand. A lot of that comes from being an MC. So for people to be surprised that I could do something like that speaks volumes to my technique of dumbing things down so they can understand that fun factor. You know what I mean? But just showing up to work every day with that challenge and then knowing, you know, leaving satisfied, not saying you killed it, but you leave satisfied enough to know that you did a great job. Yeah, there's nothing else like that in the world, man. Great second act for myself. Great second act.
And then, but how you start, not how you started, but I'm an Oz fan. You get what I'm saying? So I'm going back to that. Like that Oz and then The Wire, of course.
Yes.
What that means to me.
The wildest shit about that. Go ahead, I'll let you finish.
Nah, but you take it because you worked with David Simon, right? And David Simon, somebody who was heavily entrenched into the Baltimore City culture, crime, like everything.
Ed as well. Ed Burns as well.
Ed Burns too.
Yeah, you know, he was the cop, you know.
So
I never thought Ed liked me.
Nah, so they two different people.
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
and David, so first of all, how did that role come?
I had to audition for it, The Wire. It's crazy because the first season I was supposed to go audition, but I skipped the audition to do Brown Sugar with Mos Def, Sanaa Lathan and them, and I had a scene with Sanaa Lathan. Right. Now, if anybody's seen the movie, they're like, Meth, you ain't in that motherfucking movie. Exactly. So, Clock, my boy Hassan Johnson was there with me. Weebay, right? Yeah. He went to go, he said, fuck this shit because they gave him some bullshit lines. He was like, I'm leaving. He left, he went to go do his Wire audition. he got we bait. Not saying I would have got we bait because the role I probably would have read for would have been something totally different. But he got that. And I mean, that first season blew my ass away. But the best thing about it was I kept a good rapport with the casting agent, Alexa Fogel. So when it came time for the second season, they brought me in. I still had to audition. Same shit with The Wire, same person, Alexa Fogel. And I got the part. And I shit you not. When I got there, man, you know how you feel about Hollywood. None of this shit is real. And, you know, it's like we're just play acting and all that. Nah, nigga, you know about Baltimore.
I was walking through while they was filming. Like
on a few occasions we was filming that night, dudes would walk by and be like, yo, Meth, we love y'all, man, but how long y'all gonna be out here?
That's a fact.
Y'all fucking the money up. Real talk.
They gotta move to the other side they gotta film over there.
Yeah, and there was a lot of that too, where it was like, even sometimes when we filmed on certain blocks, people would play their music loud. Now this is a hustle, Right. They would play the music loud, right? So now you can't, the audio's fucked up. So they would send a PA over there to ask them to turn the music down. No, we not doing it.
Get some of that per diem money out?
Baltimore love thing, man.
For real. And I respect the hustle. Word is born. Y'all in our neighborhood. Yeah. But one thing David did do, and I love about David because he's from that community at Burn as well. They would hire the locals. Yeah. Snoop a local.
Right.
Snoop came right out of jail. Michael K brought her right on set. That dude Spider, you could tell. You could tell by that Baltimore accent. Yeah,
stall us out.
And I mean, for what they put together, just to be a part of that, again, honored, just to be a part of that right there. You know what I mean? Even though my part wasn't a major role in the shit, it was major enough that it left an effect on people.
It was impactful.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So speaking of those two roles, like Cheese and Weeber was two very different roles, man. Like,
yes, we from different sides. You gotta understand that shit. That East Side, West Side Baltimore, nigga don't like each other.
I learned that like very quickly going down to West Baltimore and trying to cross over and be like, yo, I'm from the Bronx, y'all. Like, hey, I love everybody.
I don't care where you
It's
from,
like, nigga, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Real shit.
So is there any other like instances like that where it's like, bro, if this would have went this way, like kind of like the Marvel What If, you know what I mean? Like not only in like acting, bro, but like in music and everything, man.
I'll be working at the statue again.
Yo, come on.
Statue of Liberty. Man, you go where you loved. You go where you loved, brother. If this music shit wouldn't have worked out, I'd be at the statue right now waiting for people to come up. Welcome to the Statue of Liberty. Welcome to the Statue of Liberty.
Not with the little book of rhymes.
Bring me your tired, your poor, yeah, all that shit. The whole spiel. I used to know it too. That's terrible.
Yo, that's
really, I'd have a job. Now, mind you, when I was coming up, when I lost my job, due to circumstances, I took the easy route.
Right.
So I was hustling. But I'm saying, by the time I started hustling, I had all my friends hustle. So I'm talking like 3-4 years into their hustle, I know how everything worked.
Right.
Because I'm always down there. When they ran, I ran. One thing y'all should know, if you're in a high drug area, even if you don't sell drugs, and niggas run. Because whatever they find, that's your shit.
That's your drugs, and you go to jail.
Shit. You going to jail for that. Real talk.
Public service announcement. You know what I'm saying? Super.
That I wouldn't call it training, but just being observant. You got to be observant of your background and shit. And anybody, what I notice about dudes from the block is they never turn their back to the street.
Oh, never.
At all.
Never.
Sometimes they do, but it's different when they're comfortable. But you never turn your back. Everything is here.
If you're in a barbershop, the door got to be here.
That
you know
too.
what I'm saying? Like
that
all
too.
types of shit. Like,
but that's if you're doing dirt, nigga. Don't come to my barbershop because you're going to shoot my barbershop up trying to kill your ass. And it has happened. It has happened. Nah, you can't. Your business ain't welcome here, brother.
Yo.
Your business ain't welcome here, brother.
Yeah, you been moving away. You been moving walking the streets, bro.
Niggas know who the hot nigga is. Nigga, we ain't fucking with you. And he only come out at night.
Yeah.
He only come out at night. He got warrants, all kind of shit. He just dirty.
I see Mero in the 03 Accord. I know he's up to something.
Come on, man. And then you got them niggas that's live, but they fiends.
Champagne. Cloth interior.
Come on now.
Cigarette burns and this shit like, yo.
Come on now.
Nigga moving crazy.
I made my bones out there. The weirdest shit that ever happened to me on the block, really like hustling and shit, was one night, and I knew the fiend. You know, because we do it like this. Car pull up, go to the car, blah, 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 whatever. I'm slacking. I'm not even focused right now. Dude, call up. I know this nigga. You know, I got like 10 joints in my hand, like, yeah, 10 back at 10 of them, like, yeah, how many you want? I'm in the car window.
Trays though? Like,
no, them just was little dime, baby.
Okay,
fucking crack. Crack. Keep it a buck. So I'm in the window. I'm in the window like this, like I'm in his window, my hand like this. How many you want, brother?
Yeah.
All of them. Smack my hand like that, pulled off. I ain't even trip. I ain't trip. Because I knew he was going to come back.
That's the shit. I'm like, yo, if you're cracking, you know you're gonna be back here in like 24 hours.
He got that little 100. He got that little 100, like 10 dimes. He got that. But I knew he was gonna come back.
Come back on the block, catch a beat down.
And when he did, oh boy. Oh boy.
100 pack worth of punches.
100 pack worth of punches is crazy.
You buying off him?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's my money.
Yeah, what we doing?
Fuck out of here.
Now you settle it with him. Give him his shit back.
Yeah, what we doing?
What we doing?
So speaking of, that's a whole nother, that's a world, right? We talking about world.
Because we was talking about The Wire.
Absolutely. But speaking of David Simon and Ed Burns, working with 50 and Courtney, and shout out to them. That's the fam. And those worlds, why you think people so intrigued with those worlds, man? Like we need that.
Yeah.
I think we can relate to it, and everybody. I don't know why Black stories start there, but the majority of our lifestyles are there. But we always like the anti-hero. This is why Omar hit so hard. You know what I mean? It's like, who fucking nigga, you know what I mean? He's stick up kid, he killed niggas.
Yeah.
Why do we like this motherfucker?
Yeah.
Anti-hero, he had a code. And that's what, regardless to where you grow up at, if it's the hood, you got a code. And if you don't follow that code, your parents ain't gonna correct you. Right. Niggas out in the street gonna correct you. They gonna let you know, nah, that don't fly over here, homeboy. You got to check that, you got to correct that right there.
Yeah. He said himself in the show, a man got to have a code.
Man
gotta have a code. Yeah, and I think that's why those stories resonate with us so much. It's not just the setting, because the setting is what it is. That's Hollywood thinking this is us.
Yeah.
But we know better. You know what I mean? Bill Cosby showed us better. Family Matters, all that stuff. But what we gravitate to is those hood stories. Why? Because regardless to what our situation is, whether we moved out, however, when we go back, them niggas is still there.
That's a fact.
And that's all they see, man. Before I even started doing music, I never even left New York. I've never been anywhere. I went on a class trip to Philadelphia once on a bus. That was the only time I ever left New York. Other than that, I had no desire. I ain't even had no desire to leave Staten Island after a while.
Yo.
Because this was my comfort zone. This is what I knew. And it felt like anytime I stepped out of that into another realm, the things that I don't notice, those people do. You know what I mean? Oh, his shoes is a little dirty. Oh, he got the baseball cap on. His hair's not unkept. You know, but when you home, nobody know that shit. They don't give a fuck about that shit.
Nah,
you know what I mean? But
as
soon as you step outside that realm, you trying, you going to get a job or something like that, them people do not accept you. It's like they can smell hood on you.
Yo. And the crazy thing is about that is if they smell the hood on you, but you know what you're doing, it's even scarier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they're like, oh shit, this guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
But he's hood. So.
But I don't understand that part of it. If the guy can do the job, a lot of it has to do with the skin color as well. Because, people, I mean, we're judged from the door. As soon as we walk inside the door. And I mean, the dress code don't help. You know what I mean? And it shouldn't fucking matter. You know what I mean? But it does. But as soon as we go into that workforce, I've never applied or sat down for a job interview with this tie on and the shirt. Because my mom's made me do that shit just like everybody else, mother. And I never got that job, ever. And all it was to mop the floor. It's like I got an interview here to mop your fucking floor and still don't get the job.
In a suit. And I'm going to be wearing a hoodie when I do my job.
Exactly, in a suit.
And I'm going to be judged if I don't wear the suit while I'm mopping the floor.
So how does this, like, why does it work that way? It's to take you out of your comfort zone. It's to make you feel like, oh, there's a difference here. You don't actually belong here, but we're going to give you a shot. Oh, I'm supposed to be grateful now and shit, you know what I mean? No, that's not even the fucking case, because it's even sometimes with meetings, and I know we've all had them, where they're like, no, we want to see him, have him come through to the office. My thing is, nah, fuck that. Have him come through to a Wu-Tang show, have him come to my show. Mm-hmm. Let's do that. Because now I'm in my comfort zone and you're uncomfortable. Let's see how you feel. And I've seen it. They're stuck up in the corner somewhere like this and shit. Don't know how to fucking react. You know what I mean?
They treat the green room like it's a bullpen, bro.
Right,
Like,
for real. They stay in that one spot. Will not fucking move.
Ghostface took his shirt off.
Unless they see RZA, because RZA's very accommodating. Then it's like, oh, RZA's here. Hey, Mr. RZA. Hey, the orchestrator. He can get these guys in order. It's crazy, man.
Yo, man. Oh, my God.
I love the fact that, you know, as far as the entertainment game goes, the ugly side has to be shown. And I love the fact that there are programs that don't shy away from the ugly sides as well as the beautiful. Real talk.
That's a fact.
And the thing too, like we talking about like the writing on The Wire and on Power, to me, and I've said this before on the show, like what sticks out to me about Power is the dialogue. Cause it's like, yo, y'all really talk how we talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
a lot of that, those are kids.
Yeah.
I mean, Michael, all of them, they outside, brother. Gianni?
Yeah.
They outside. He invited to the cookout. Gianni be outside.
He's from Morris Park.
And honestly, you know, they party. They all party together, all that. You know what I mean? I don't know what rich kids do and shit. I wasn't one of them. But they all party together, and Michael's a real individual. So fucking smart.
Yeah,
he's so smart. I think sometimes he comes in, he doesn't even study his lines. He'll come in and look at the shit and be like, okay, I'm ready. Boom, boom, boom. Hit him all that. But he be fucking up too. He be fucking up too.
He fucking up too.
Word up. Word. But all in all, it's a big fucking family. And the crew that came from Power, you know, they came over to our shit. So Michael knew all of them. They watched him grow up. So yeah, it was, I was welcomed with open arms. And I always said after 2 years on that show that if we ever had a guest star on there that would have like diva-ish kind of an attitude, they don't know. The PA, from the PAs to the DP, all of us are connected and friends. Yep. So if you shit on the lowest one on the totem pole,
you shit on everybody.
Trust me, you shitting on all of us, and we're gonna let you know. We are going to let you know.
That energy that Michael and those guys bring, that young energy,
man.
Does that affect you in a positive way to where it's like, yo, damn, I gotta meet y'all where y'all at. Like I can't have y'all meet me where I'm at.
Sometimes
I gotta meet y'all where y'all at.
Sometimes, but then it gets to a point where it's like, man, fuck that, man. I'm 50. I'm in my 50s. I ain't gonna get out with one of motherfuckers. Fuck out of here, niggas.
Yo, you do me. Fuck out of here.
It make me smile and shit, because I'm like, go ahead, have fun, man, because I did. Go ahead, y'all go have fun and shit. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna tell you how many times I went by that trailer boy and I smoked that weed coming up out of there. That's when I was like, how the fuck y'all gonna smoke? I can't even smoke up this bitch. I tried smoking behind court. I won't remember a freaking line, man. You know, it's based off the jury.
They got him out of this.
Fast.
Like, yo, you trying to step in the same video? It's like, nah. Come on, OG. Chill, OG. This is our OG.
And I done smoked with the best of them. Not like Snoop, though. Y'all need to get Snoop on here, man. Snoop, and ask him about his smoke list. Because he done smoked with a lot of famous people that y'all wouldn't even know.
I already know.
I done heard, like, I mean, obviously like Willie Nelson and people like that.
Well, of course, like, Willie Nelson, but I'm talking about people you didn't know smoke. I would say a name and shit, but I ain't gonna blow up the spot. I don't know if that motherfucker want people to know and shit, but yeah, straight collar, straight lace white dude too, man. Smoke mad trees.
Yo, what? It's like, yo, me and
Ellen DeGeneres had the same plug.
Yeah.
Me and Ellen DeGeneres had the same plug.
That's
I could believe Ellen smoked weed. You can just see it.
You see the vibe. Yeah, you know the vibe.
Come on, man.
But she be giving weed energy, bro. There's a lot of motherfuckers on TV. And I'm like, yo, you definitely smoke weed.
No, all of them do. Only on the LA side. Like, I go to LA. I'm not talking about the bros and all that. You know, certain areas you be in, even from the restaurants, man. Dude. It's like, it's just different.
Yeah, the culture is different.
Yeah. Right. I'll put our hipsters up against their hipsters, and our hipsters will kick their fucking ass, man. They beat their ass. You put a Brooklyn hipster up against a fucking Santa Monica. Santa Monica.
You know what it is? Brooklyn hipster done seen some shit.
They look different. Yeah, Brooklyn don't start no hipster beefs, man. Don't start no hipster beefs, man.
We start that shit, right?
Hipster wars.
All right, let me leave that alone.
The Battle of Coachella, man.
Leave that alone. But once you start going north of Cali, that's when you're gonna have a problem, because everybody black in the Bay. Everybody. Everybody. They got some of the blackest Koreans I ever met in my life. They got gold teeth, all that shit. You know, fitteds, J's. It's the whole rap kit. They got that shit down pat. And they cool as hell. Mad cool.
Yeah.
We wanted to take a brief break from the episode to let you know that PrizePicks not only makes playing daily fantasy easy, it makes using responsible gaming tools easy as well. You can set up alerts, limits, timeouts, and more just in a few clicks.
That's right, because when it comes to alerts, it lets you know when you have placed a certain amount of entries. And limits cap the number of entries or deposits you can make during a period of time. Lastly, timeouts or self-exclusions, you know what I mean? They allow you to take a break from PrizePicks for as long as you need.
PrizePicks wants their members to have easy access to the resources required to support their fantasy sports experience. Learn more at prizepicks.com/responsible-gaming or directly in PrizePicks first-in-class member support help center. Now back to the show.
Going back to the acting shit, bro, like everybody here in this room right now got an IMDb, you know what I'm saying? Including my man, Carmelo, Anthony.
Yeah, he probably
God,
lowered
you know what I'm
it,
saying?
man.
Yeah, nah,
I got a couple,
probably,
man.
you know what I'm saying? He got a couple joints.
that nobody really know like that.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, this is one of them. You know what I'm saying? This is, you know what I mean? Y'all know the hit show Sons of Anarchy, you know what I mean? The
y'all
Bucket
pulled
Gang,
that up, y'all wow.
Saga.
Oh, shit.
There you go.
Yo, this is crazy. Y'all don't do that to me. It's a real gangster scene, though.
We got a call.
So random.
Yo, shut to the commentary.
You showed
Okay.
the ball. You got to show the clip where I had to hand him the hawk. I had to hand him the knife
Like,
so he can go.
boom.
Let me paint a picture for you. We kidnapped one of the heads of Sons of Anarchy, one of the heads.
Okay.
One of the original, like the first originals, right? We kidnapped him. So now I'm part of the Black Biker Gang Club. I'm like second or third in charge. You know what I'm saying? So now the boss come in. He trying to get old boy to talk. All right, you don't want to talk? Yo, we just got a call. They looking for him. They just hit out. Yo, here with a knife. Do what you got to do.
Take this knife, nigga. Go
Yeah,
check it.
that's the type of shit I like to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was super random.
Melo, wait, just wait until they give you a role where you get to bust the guns. Those be the funnest days.
Oh.
Those like, yeah.
I keep writing them scenes, like, trying to tell a movie.
I don't give a fuck if you write it yourself. Just every time you got a gun in your hand, you get to bust it off. This shit is fun. This shit is fun as hell. And then you do little finesse shit with bow, never call cut and shit, you know. Cut, bow, cut.
But I don't want to act. I'm not an actor, man. You know what I'm saying?
No,
that shit is hard, man. It's
well, the
difficult.
great actors, they don't. I'll tell you like this. I had a director tell me I did a movie called Peppermint, and I'm doing a scene with this guy. And I don't know what was wrong with this director, French dude too. I guess he just, I don't know. Maybe he didn't like me. But after every shot, he would come over and fuck with me like okay. Slow it down. This is what I want you to do. I want you to slow it down. Talk to him. I was like, no fuck, that's what the fuck I'm doing, man. The fuck? You want me to go off the head? I'll go off the head, but talking to him and shit. And motherfucker, two cuts later, he come back and shit. He was like, look, stop acting. Now for me, if you take it in the literal term, it's like, nigga, did you just tell me to quit acting? Like, fuck you, right? That bad.
Yeah,
fuck you. No, he was trying to tell me you're acting.
Yeah.
You're projecting.
Right,
Just stop.
right.
Stop it.
Be you.
Be you. Period. Yep.
I know how hard that shit is, man.
It is.
I'm not willing to put the work in to do that. Like,
It's fun though.
it's fun, but you got to be dedicated to that.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you
don't
can't
have that time
bullshit
for
in
that.
the acting world.
It's not a hobby.
It's not a hobby. Like, you got to
Yeah.
be dedicated to the shit. Like,
Because you got people right now that went to school, theater, all of that
Yeah.
shit, and they're waiting tables, waiting for their opportunity. You know,
Right.
so if I'm been dedicated, I've been doing this shit for 10 years, and Melo get my part, I'm gonna be mad as a motherfucker.
Right.
Even if he does a great fucking job,
Right, that nigga
I'm gonna be
can't
like,
act.
this
He can't
motherfucker. I went to Juilliard, damn it.
Look, he looking at the camera. He looking straight at the camera. He broke the eye line.
depicted the shit out
I've done that before. I definitely done that before.
So I stayed away from it, man. I respect it too much
Yeah.
to try to go for it. It got to be like a special, like
I
a
think
role,
they can
man.
find something for. I mean, if
a
Dennis Rodman. Never mind. Fuck it. Let's go.
I gotta
He
play
enjoyed-
like I want to play like the Puerto Rican young lords, like
That would be crazy. Like an 80 block from Tiffany's type
You know
situation.
what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
my pops was a young lord too.
Yeah.
That'd be So like, I want to.
That might be a start right there. Fucking get
but
it done.
they're not accepting our projects right now, man. You know, it's hard to get those type
Depends
of
on
projects.
who's talking.
You know what I mean?
Depends on who's talking.
I got
honestly.
it ready to go. I got that. I got the war against all Puerto Ricans. Like, you're like, I'm ready to go. So if anybody want to work and do some film and
Talk to this man, man.
understand?
I'm telling you, it's who's sitting at the table. That's
bro.
all it is,
You got
brother.
some
That's
page,
all it
yeah.
is. Because I just seen a movie. I just seen a movie about a pool. A possessed pool. You know what I'm talking about? What the hell is the name of this movie? Horrible.
You said
Horrible fucking movie. A possessed pool, and you know, the commercial was they was playing Marco Polo. Marco Polo.
Yeah.
And then go, Marco, and she didn't get an answer and shit. Then it's, dude, and this ass gets snatched under the wall. Horrible. If they can make a movie about that shit, come on, man.
This?
Your shit got way more substance.
Yo.
Way more. Just it's who you sit at that table though. Honestly, to make dudes move in the club and shit, you don't send another dude over there. You'll send a pretty girl.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, nah.
Get his ass right up out of there fast. Boom.
I already know, like every meeting I ever been in, I already know, like, yo, this is gonna go. It's not gonna go based on who's sitting in that meeting.
I've sat in meetings where they told me black people don't watch television. They said that shit to me. They said that to me. What else was it? Black people don't watch television and they don't go to the movies. We don't go to the movies.
Black people don't watch TV and they don't go to movies. Latinos don't watch TV or go to the movies. And there's no money in either of those markets. Is what they'll tell you.
Yeah, they'll tell you that.
And down, all day.
Straight Outta Compton was a fluke. Not even a fluke. It was a one of those things that just happens sometimes. Then Black Panther, you give him a Black Panther. It's like, well, you know, it's in the MCU, and he came in a great spot. He came between this and that, and it was
the timing was perfect.
But why is that though? Like that's some real shit. Why is that?
It's a blueprint that these guys have that's from like the 1940s. This is just my assumption.
Yeah, no.
This is how things work. This is the way the market works. Regardless of what people say, we're gonna follow this right here, and it's worked for them for so long. Why would they change it? You know what I mean? So you get these guys thinking, all right, female lead movies won't sell. Black lead actors won't sell.
Time period pieces. But you steady seeing those happen.
Seeing it happen, like, yeah. I can't even get into too much detail, but you know what it is. It's the old guard that are sitting there as gatekeepers, making sure that the old machine runs the way they want it to. You know what I mean?
And then that's the thing. You starting to see it kind of like implode on itself already. Like,
well, it is happening because you have people going against what the book says, or rather the notes say. And they're doing the female-led movies, but they aren't selling at the box office, right? They're doing black lead in certain movies, but it ends up on Tubi, right? That's not a slight against Tubi, because Tubi
is on his way.
They doing their numbers, and in a minute,
Tubi is on his way.
Pop. Yeah, Netflix gonna have a problem.
Tubi is on his way.
But right now, if you want to find us, that's where we're at. That's where we're at, and they're happy to put us in those spaces right there. You know, it costs them nothing. You know what I mean? And on top of that, you know, it makes them feel like they're kind of giving back. Oh, we do diverse movies all the time.
Yeah, you just gotta have a smart TV and ask your 12-year-old where the fucking channel is at. Find me that.
But there are a few projects coming out now. I don't know how high profile they are, but you know, like all black casts, things of that nature. What I don't like is when they say things like, well, it's the Black Steel Magnolias, or it's the Black League of Our Own, shit like that. Nah, nigga, it's just what it is. This is it. You know what I mean?
You always gotta have a comp, man. So like, Cord Jefferson just won an Oscar for American Fiction. You know what I'm saying? Which Cord is like a
phenomenal writer,
an incredible writer. Still was not getting like the shots that he was supposed to get until now, and then boom, you give him a shot, he wins an Oscar. You know what I mean? And he mentioned that like executives, they not trying to give, you know what I mean, young black and brown creatives, like, you know what I mean, like that chance, like, yo, here, go ahead.
Well, if they do, it's a stipulation, and the budget is fucked up. It's like they're putting you there to fail. It's kind of like what they do with black coaches in the NFL. They'll put them on a bullshit ass team, right, and expect them to fail so they can get a great pick next season. That's where Cord comes in, and it's like, I knew I had it in me. I just needed someone else to, I don't care if you guys give me a $10 million budget. Watch what I do with this shit.
Right.
Give it to me.
Right.
My boy, Kugler, Fruitvale Station, passion project of his, right?
Yep.
He did that shit on his own. Michael B. Jordan signed off on it, right? That's all he needed was a name attached to it to get his shit out there. Now this shit, I never seen it in the movie theater. I watched it on a streaming site.
Yeah.
Fuck me up. Great fucking movie.
Yeah.
And from that movie, he does Creed.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Again, this is Michael B. Jordan using his powers as far as Hollywood goes to bring somebody in. Regardless of what y'all think of Michael B. Jordan, however the fuck y'all think about it, man, that is a solid dude right there. I love him, man. He is great, man. Outside of acting, outside of the business, he's just a genuine person. So then Coogler does Creed. Creed 2, knocking out the park. They give him Black Panther. What happens?
Knocking out the park.
I think it was the highest selling Marvel movie outside of the Avengers movies.
100%.
So Cord is coming, like I say, kick the door in now and take what it is they give you and make lemonade. I mean, take those lemons, make lemonade. And he did a fantastic job. I mean, his writing is what it is. You could tell that this man is a master of his craft.
Yeah, he do this.
Yeah. So like, what do we like? This question is for y'all too. Like, it's like, what is it?
It helps also that Jeffrey Wright is in your movie. That motherfucker.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, you got Jeffrey Wright, Sterling K. Brown, like a lot of heavy hitters.
Jeffrey Wright holds you accountable, boys.
Yeah,
it's probably tough going up against
he's a real
face
one,
to face with him.
I'm just saying. I think he would be a gracious scene partner, but he would definitely let you know if you lacking.
Yeah,
definitely.
100%. Yeah, nah. Give me that vibe, bro. Since Peoples. You know what I mean? Come on. You kill my brother, you rescue me, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
It's like getting a dance partner and shit that you like, yeah, this motherfucker can move, and then you get on the dance floor and be like, this motherfucker can't dance. This is terrible. This nigga
can't even throw it back. What are we doing over here?
This motherfucker cannot dance. Cut. You might want to go back there and work on your shit a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, man. So, being very kind of like entrenched in both or being a vet in both, what is easier than that? Easier for you,
hip-hop.
Let's just say.
Hip-hop, way more control.
Yeah?
Way more control. You know
the music industry, like the...
Yeah. That Hollywood machine is, I love the work. Let's just say that. Let's get that out of the way. It's just the politics I don't like, the taking the meetings and things of that nature. I don't like it, you know? It's just not something I like to do at all. I had to put emphasis on that.
That's something that you had to deal with, like when you was
coming up.
rapping, right?
I had to show them that I was actually serious about it because I mean, first name they hear is Method Man. They don't hear Clifford Smith.
So what was that curve? That made you like, yo, you know what?
I had to strip back the layers of Method Man. I had to actually, I had to embrace it because Method Man got me in the dough.
Right.
But then once I got in there, I had to show them that I was willing to do the work, I'm good at the work, and give me the fucking job. Give me the fucking job. But you should never go into an audition wanting the job. You should go into the audition to showcase your translation of a scene to play. Just to play, put on a little scene for someone. It's like when little girls play with tea and dress up and all that shit, it's like they're putting on a little scene for themselves. That's how you should approach an audition. It's like you're just in here to display something for the people to see.
That was
a jewel, B. Goddamn, I'm like, record.
And I got that actually from my acting coach, Larry B. Scott. He sent me a video of Cranston.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And he was saying that, you should never approach an audition and walk in there like you need the job. So now I'm thinking like, all those job interviews I went on, what if I just went there and was like, you know what, man, I don't really need this motherfucking job.
Yeah. You probably would have got a certain role.
Right.
Listen, I did y'all a favor. Why did you throw this shit at me?
Yeah. Auditions still make me nervous, but I like to think that's growth. It's just something about those shits. I don't know. They just make me nervous.
What was the fork in the road for you that was like, yo, all right, like, I am
I got
musician,
tired of going overseas.
And you got tired of going overseas?
Yeah, because I mean, 90s, a lot of the 90s acts, if you look at us and shit, there wasn't, when these kids started coming up with the whole, that what do they call that fucking?
Rolling Loud and
Not even Rolling Loud, they call it fucking music. Turn up music, there you go. When kids were coming out with turn up music, turn up, there you go. That's what they were calling it. Turn up music.
What's the music?
They're like, they didn't give a fuck about lyrics no more.
Nah,
it was just a nice hook and I was digging it. You know, I like to dance too. I used to be one of the niggas in the party dancing and shit. But where does that put, now I'm thinking like, where does that put someone like me who's all about the lyrics and shit like that? Like, there's no space for me anymore. Not only that, the shows were drying up to the point where you were getting 25 a show, but now it's 15. And in some places 10. You know what I mean? Especially if you have a partner with you, myself and Redman. So what do? You go overseas. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm talking about from December all the way through September, I must have been overseas 4 times in that time span. Right? And it got to a point where I was like, you know what? When I leave this time, when I leave here, I'm never coming back. Never coming back. Never say never though. But I'm not coming back overseas anymore. I'm going to find me an alternative. So as soon as I got home, I booked a plane ticket to LA. I could have got a hotel and all that shit, but no, I went and stayed at my manager's house and slept on her couch with her dog, Cody. Rest in power, Cody. You heard?
All those go to heaven, you heard?
Word. And I went on the auditions. I started my workout regimen again. I went to classes. It was a lot. And it was getting to a point where I was like, what am I doing this shit for? I'm doing 3 auditions a day. I'm not getting shit. Then I got booked. A movie called Keanu with Key and Peele. And from there, I mean, it's just been snowballing to the point where I got power. And I ain't gonna lie, that is one of the most inviting, calmest, professional sets I've been on in a long fucking time. Those people know what they're doing. From Stars to Lionsgate to Courtney and 50, Mark Canton. Yeah, great people up there.
So what was it like? Because a lot of actors say like it's more difficult to go from drama to comedy than from comedy to drama.
No,
you know
it's harder. It's harder for comedy if you ask me.
Going from comedy to drama?
Well, yeah, because they won't take you. I mean, Kevin Hart just tried it. You know, he had that, I forgot the name of the movie where they're doing a heist or something like that.
Yeah.
And Kevin did an excellent job. He could act his ass off. But people are like, you're the self-deprecating comedian. Like, we're used to you gigging on yourself about how short you are, and, you know, your sexual prowess and things of that nature. We don't see you beating motherfuckers up and stealing shit.
Right.
Even though he
perspective,
do it.
though.
Right.
It's perspective.
And then you have the exceptions to the rule where you have a Jim Carrey. That, and I'm saying, it wasn't like, his first movie that he did a dramatic turn didn't hit. But it hit later on. Right. And then he just went on this dramatic run. Leonardo DiCaprio is another great example where they wanted to put him in the eye candy mode. Leo said, no, I want parts with substance. Forget about beauty. I want parts with, and he went that route with it. And guys, when you got guys like that will go against what people expect of them and then go in this realm over here and still kill it, you're going to work forever. You're going to always work. You are always going to work, man. Everybody can't be Denzel, though. No. Everybody cannot be Denzel.
Came from theater first.
I'm just saying.
He was theater.
He came from Boys Club.
That's a fact. That's like you're saying. Like, that theater shit is different, bro.
That's
like,
different. That's you start early.
And that's what people don't understand
the art
about
of it.
That's what people don't understand about the British actors. They start in theater.
They learn the art of acting.
And it's so tedious.
Yeah.
It's so, I learned that word. I'm doing power and shit. It's so tedious.
Yo, it is.
Somebody must have told you that. As a lawyer.
Hey, you know, I'm not into the Shakespeare kind of stuff and all that, but it's something that it would be nice to know. Right. I haven't stepped in that realm yet, but it would be something that would be nice to know. I would,
the Black
this would be like a last Poor York.
The Black Shakespeare?
Hey, there's something in it.
I knew him well, Horatio. That kind of shit, you know what I'm talking about? Word.
Yo, they said that shit back in the day. Now he got a bag to do that shit.
That's your role. Like, what's the role you want?
Well,
like if you could have any role,
anyone.
I want to do a buyout of Reggie Jackson.
Oh, okay.
Because when I lived in the Bronx, he was king. Him and Thurman Munson. Everybody wanted Thurman Munson back.
That's a fact.
I don't even think your ass was born yet. Was you? Yeah, you probably were. Yeah.
Little young.
Snotty nose. Yeah. But yeah, Mr. October, man, I mean, he had a hell of a life, hell of a career and shit. And I watched the documentary about him because I already knew the kind of person he was and shit. But watching that documentary, it opened up a whole new mentality for me because I had no idea that when we look at baseball players, we're like, baseball player, man. Yeah. Basically,
what's the
white.
story? What's the story?
White, right? like you're white or whatever, however that works and shit. Like, this is just our assumption, our ignorance or whatever. Yeah. But that man was so much about his people, not just about his people, but equal opportunities for black players, shit like that. In a game that's older than all of us, him included, where we weren't even invited to the table, let alone felt like we deserved a seat. So yeah, that's big. I would love to do Reggie Jackson.
So what if I say we could do that project?
I'm with you.
I got you. We on 7 p.m. I heard you say it.
Reggie, you got my number, Reggie. Holler at me.
Say less. Say less.
I'm with it, and I'm telling you, the best part about it is he was a lefty.
Yeah,
I'm a lefty.
Nah, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that.
Man.
Okay.
I just got to get his swing down pat.
He's gonna be tedious. That's
tedious work. You know what I'm saying?
But when you stand up to get in that statue, you know what I'm saying? You're like, listen, there's a lot of tedious work, but I want to thank.
I'll be like, man, let me win something, boy. It's gonna be crazy because I'm definitely gonna thank the people at the Statue of Liberty. I like to thank my old boss Brad Hill, Mr. Hill. Rest in peace, G. You know what it is. Rest in paradise. You know. I actually went back and visited the statue when we did our documentary.
You gotta go
of Mikes and Men. No, I'm saying, like, you could tell, like, when I left because I got injured. And that's when my whole drug dealing shit started because I need to feed myself. Yeah. But I never left on bad terms. Like, the boss, both bosses, all three of them, matter of fact, I kept a great, like, I've always been like that with people. Like, they once they get to know me, like, oh, he's reliable. Let me fuck with this dude and shit. So when we did come back during that documentary and Brad was still there, it was open arms, you know? It was like, yeah, I see you doing a little good for yourself. I was like, yeah, a little something.
That was a dope scene, though.
Something for myself, yeah. The only thing that broke my heart, and this is not a slight against my guy, and I won't say his name, but there were some people that, when I worked there, they were still there. But like I said, that's the best job I ever had, so I get it. You know what I mean? Like, the beautiful atmosphere, Statue of Liberty. Like, fucking shit is synonymous with New York. That it's like the Knicks and Spike Lee. Like, Spike Lee comes with the Knicks. You know what I mean? If you go to a Knicks game, you get a picture with Spike. Period.
I've never been to the Statue of Liberty before.
Yeah, I've never been inside. And I worked there for 5 years. Never went inside.
You know what's crazy? People tell me, like, yo, I've never been there. But if you go to New York City public school, it's like 3 field trips, bro. It's the Statue of Liberty, the Bronx Zoo, and I'm in the Bronx. So it's the Bronx Zoo, the Botanical Garden, and the Statue of Liberty was like, yo, we going out there.
Those. Damn.
And then the ferry. We used to ride the Staten Island ferry as a trip.
Wow.
Like, niggas just take us on the ferry and then take us there and back and be like, yo, y'all see the Statue of Liberty? Like, yo, the circle.
You know what? My favorite class trip that we ever went on, it was a place in Long Island that was a planetarium. You ever been to a planetarium?
Yes, the planetarium.
Planetarium, man.
I was in there smack.
I'm too young. See, y'all little bad motherfuckers. Y'all started smoking weed at 9. That's why your brains is fucked up. Can't stay focused and shit.
That's why I laugh like this, bro.
They're talking about ADHD now, nigga. MDMA and fucking marijuana. Little badasses. I had parents that whooped my ass, actually whooped my ass.
Yeah,
they got to a point where my pop stopped whooping me. He just used to punch me. And I used to wait for it to come into. I'm sitting there and shit. I know it's coming. And he's like, nigga, he talking, you know it's coming. And out of the clip, boom!
You're like, oh, shit, my man.
He got that one.
He still got the hand speed.
He's slowing down. He's slowing down.
Yeah, my dad, in the assisted living place, some man in there done popped him upside his head up in there. We share this because the shit was hilarious to me when I heard it. He bopped him all upside his head because he said he stole, my daddy stole his soda. Right? Now, my pops, he, Yo, you know what I mean? But the first time when I heard it, I was like, well, tell that nigga go get his lick back like he used to tell me. Nigga, you better go get your lick back. Fuck you waiting for? That nigga done pounding on your head. You just gonna let that shit ride?
Yo.
Go get your motherfucking lick back.
Get that motherfucker in the comment area.
What's wrong with you?
What kind of soda was it, though?
I don't know, right? What kind of soda was it, right? This nigga was offended.
Hold on, now I'm invested.
Yeah,
Bro. I wanna know what
soda.
happened.
That was a grape soda.
But the first shit I thought of when I heard he got his head popped, like he was popping them in his head and shit, I was like, nigga, and? Go back and get your lick back like you used to tell me. Nigga, you better go out there and fight all of them.
Until you
I'm gonna fuck you up. Who
until
you
went over there and saw it. Until you went over there.
But you know what's crazy about them situations, about them assisted living joints is like, people be thinking like, oh, this is just a bunch of old people playing cards and shit. And it's like, nah,
nigga,
bro, that shit like high
jail.
school all over again.
That shit like jail, nigga. Nigga got, my pot got popped in the head. Nigga done punched him 3 times all up inside his head for a soda. That's jail shit.
That's jail shit for real.
That's the movie life. They say, no Jello at the scene.
Motherfucking Jello, nigga. Word.
All the dough is in the superhero movies nowadays.
Yeah.
You know, they the ones getting $500 million budgets. What is, you know what I'm saying? You've done cosplay as Bishop, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's your dream superhero role?
Ooh. I would have said Bishop a while ago, right? Because there aren't many black characters in the MCU that are relevant as he is. But there's a few other parts. You know, the Blue Marvel, who I love. He knocked out the Hulk with one punch.
That's a fact.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. You know, him and they already got my man Don Cheadle, one of my favorite actors. He's playing
War Machine.
War Machine. So here's the thing with the comic book movies. When you sign that contract, it's not for a 1 movie deal, depending on what character you're playing.
Right.
We're talking a 10-year contract, right? So I'm 53 now. In 10 years, I'll be 63. I won't even have my hairline then.
No, chill.
You gotta
No. You still gotta show
with the helmet on.
Never take the helmet off, bro. Just lift the mask up a little bit. That's it.
That is crazy.
Oh, shit.
But I would love to see one of these young actors that, you know, are really cutting their teeth right now and shit. I would love to see one of them take that role and kill it. Kill it. As a comic book fan myself, I would love to see that. Whereas Blue Marvel's a bit older. Gray hair, a little something and shit. Yeah, I can see myself doing that.
Well, we seen Anthony Mackie become Captain America, bro, so it don't even got to be...
The comic did it first.
You know what I'm saying?
Anthony Mackie, brilliant fucking actor. Love him, man. And he deserves all the accolades that he gets. Sincerely. Except for that Tupac, bro. I ain't like that shit. You shouldn't have took that one, bro. Like, your agent and shit at that time, I hope you got rid of that nigga.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I felt old as fuck the other day because somebody posted up an old video of a Gravy freestyle from like the DVDs, like, you know, the Sub-Zero Smack DVD, all them joints back in the day. And it was like, yo, this is the nigga that played Biggie? And I was like, nigga, you don't know about Gravy? We were sitting in there watching the portable DVD player, bro, having a cypher, watching this man freestyle in a big-ass Brooklyn t-shirt. Like, this nigga a DVD legend, be like, that shit made me feel old as fuck, bro. Like, come on, huh?
Hey, I figured people would know who Gravy is and shit. That's why he got the role, right? The fuck?
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, but let me get it clear. Mackie, Anthony, brilliant actor, man. Love your work, man. But I just didn't like the Tupac role.
Different.
It's you got it. You really, for somebody to really embody Tupac, nothing against my boy Ship. The brother didn't really have a lot to work with. I heard they didn't get a blessing from Tupac's mom as well. So he had a lot of obstacles in his way. Right. So we cannot blame him for that performance. With that being said, Tupac, like you said, was, you have to really embody the whole, not just the rap part or the thug part of it, just his whole mentality, his whole aura, everything about him was just different from anything we've ever seen before. But this is something that our parents grew up with the black radicals, as far as Huey Newton, Bobby Seals, you know what I mean? My man.
Carmichael and all them.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Black Messiah. Fred Hampton. Fred Hampton was different, man. Now, if you're going to play Fred Hampton, do what Daniel Kaluuya did. If you're going to play Tupac, do what Daniel Kaluuya did, man. Because Daniel Kaluuya embodied that man. He killed that shit right there, man. I don't give a fuck. Nobody can tell me nothing different, man. I watched that man's eyes, man. He was in that fucking struggle, and he was entrenched in that motherfucking role. Excellent fucking job there.
Is that the theater background you think kicking in? Like,
Absolutely.
100%, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. They move to a different beat. Like I said, sometimes you grab a motherfucker to come on the dance floor to dance and shit, like, this nigga can't dance. Then you grab a motherfucker and wait a minute, this nigga dance way better than me. Let me back up for a second.
They start with drama though. Like theater is drama.
Yeah.
So you gotta learn how to dramatize on the spot.
Right. And be that
even when
that is.
Even when you fuck up, even when you fuck up, you gotta keep going. Like
what your scene objectives is, your fuck motivation, your inner monologue, which we all live with anyway. It's called talking to yourself. Yeah. Period. And also substitute. Something that can put you in that frame of mind that you're trying to get into.
Yo, you're very sad.
You may use a person that made you sad or a thing that made you sad and shit, you know what I mean? For me to get angry, it doesn't take much. I'm like the Hulk. I'm infinitely angry all the fucking time and shit. It takes a bit for me to control my motherfucking anger and shit. So that's easy for me. But for me to be emotional and to actually cry, I don't know. I don't know. I know that when I actually had an opportunity, it didn't make the cut though on Power. After my brother died, my mother-in-law had passed away. So that was real fucking emotion. I guess I was crying too hard. They didn't use it and shit. And I'm not talking about the sax scene where sax get killed. And that was real tears, by the way, as well, but it wasn't for the guy that played my brother. It's for Shane.
Right.
That was my substitution because that's my guy right there. You know what I'm saying? Right. Leap year, baby. We're 2 days apart. You know what I mean? And I just love the guy, man. He's a dope dude and shit. Sax is dope and shit. So when that happened, I'm crying in the scene and shit. But I look at Michael balling. Because he's known Shane since he was like, you know what I mean? A little dude. So to see him go, that's what you want. You want those real moments captured on camera. And when they happen and shit, it's a rarity, but it happens.
Yo, Melo, man, we both been fortunate enough in our lives to be able to travel the world, you know what I mean? And even though East Tremont will forever be my home, in my heart, nothing's better than seeing new places, you know what I mean? And that's why Viator's been essential in making that easier than ever.
And Viator is a website and app where you can book travel experiences like Brooklyn to Bmore or Jersey or wherever you like to call home.
You know what I'm saying? With over 300,000 bookable experiences in 190 countries, it's something for everybody. Plus, Viator's travel experiences got millions of real traveler reviews, so you got information you need to book the best activities for your trip.
So download the Viator app now and use code Viator10 for 10% off your first booking in the app. One app, over 300,000 travel experiences you will remember. Do more with Viator.
So on the music tip, you know what I'm saying, Carl Cherry of Spotify had this great tweet recently about the state of hip-hop, like currently right now. He said, rap's always been perceived to be a young man's game.
Okay, who's called Cherry?
Head of Spotify.
Okay, yeah, you gonna owe us some money in a minute. No, go ahead. I don't care nothing about Carl. Nothing whatsoever.
They just raised the
I don't give a shit. It's not enough. I mean, if I see 40 million streams and shit, I'm expecting at least
400,000.
No, I only want 400,000. I want some millions.
That's a fact.
What the fuck they talking about?
4 at least.
That's
minimum.
a fact.
I'm saying like this. Okay, this is my argument. If my music is bringing more subscribers to your shit, give me my money.
Right.
Yeah, they don't monitor. They can monitor how many times your record is played, but they can't monitor how many people joined since you were on there, or joined because of your music.
Because your shit became available.
They could do that. I think they could do that. But go ahead, finish.
They have that.
Finish, Carl.
That's data. They have that data.
Word.
Carl have that data.
That was the whole point of the actors' strike and the writers' strike. Streaming. Streaming.
Residuals.
Yeah. Period. All right. I don't get residuals and shit from hip hop, man. Kiss my whole entire ass, Spotify. No, I'm playing. But go ahead, finish your point.
They still gonna invite you to the party and be like, hey, we're sorry,
Y'all
Mr.
can do
Man.
better, though. Do better.
We're sorry, Mr. Man.
Do better. We're talking about IP, intellectual property.
That's a fact. It's
which is very valuable nowadays. Kanye just showed everybody how it's done. He paid for his own Super Bowl commercial and shit. Put that stuff up there that he sells.
Yes,
that stuff up there that he sells.
I don't want to disrespect the man. I don't want to disrespect the man.
He has items.
He got all these fucking orders off one commercial, and he kicked up.
Yeah.
Kicked up like that. Showed that you don't need the corporation to do it. You can do this your fucking self.
Yeah.
And you take the fucking Donald Trump. Nigga put them ugly ass sneakers out and shit, right? And everybody, they back ordered, right? Who knows if anybody gonna ever get their fucking sneakers?
Hold on, those are the ones we showed last time?
Yeah.
The ones Fat Joe had?
You know I had to get the, listen,
you know I'm a sneakerhead. First of all, hold on. Let me finish. I know the people are going to be mad. They're going to say, Joe, what are you doing, Joe? That's my nigga right there. Love Fat Joe.
Joe the what?
I do my Fat Joe impression all day.
Joe's a funny ass nigga, man, but yo. Man, bro said that rap's always been perceived to be a young man's game.
Yep.
But it's interesting to see hip hop get older and see more rappers that are over 40 have commercial and critical success. Case in point being, Kanye having the #1 song in the country and he's 46, you know what I mean?
That's not old enough, but go ahead.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Has rap finally grown up or is that?
It's been grown. I mean, it's been grown. I mean, shit, Melo still out here showing his abs and shit. The fuck? Yeah. He a grandfather. It's been grown. It's just like we said. It's just a young man's sport. It's like you got the majority of the audience and you can't tell the audience what they should hear, what they should listen to and all that shit. True. They don't want to hear that shit. Even though we listen to it all day. You know what I mean? Half the people our age don't even know how to find a streaming site, let alone find those fucking records. Right. Outside of my mom just discovered YouTube. She stay on YouTube. She watching Soul Train, all kind of shit on there. Just boo, 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 boo. Has no fucking desire to go outside that realm. Yeah. You know what I mean? And now, if there's a way to get our people into that space where the numbers start reflecting that'd be great. But I don't think that's going to happen.
If you do a movie, you get a role and you're working alongside Denzel or De Niro, or you know what I mean?
I wouldn't be able to sleep at night, but go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Like one of them ones. Like you would feel like, yo, wow. And these are guys that have been in the game 40, 50 years.
Yeah.
With hip hop or rap, it's kind of like the inverse, where it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, get this old head out of here,
the guys
bro.
aren't revered. You know, it's a young man's sport.
Right. So rap is a young man's sport. You
want to know why though? Because I mean, people always say it, but they don't actually tell you why. Because as OGs, when we get older, we're not in the streets no more. Or we're not supposed to be. We're supposed to have that transition somewhere in between 30 and 35 years old. A lot of dudes get married at those ages and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The kids are always literally outside. They know what's going on. So let them tell the story and shit. You know what I mean? Right. It gets to a point where an older MC just, he got to finesse it from a point where you're not preaching to the young cats, but you're just telling them how it was and how it could be. Right. That's the lane you want to take when you are older MC. You don't just want to sit there and be out in the street with them and shit. It's like, why this old nigga always hanging with us? Fuck this nigga always doing this shit. Like, he always bumping his motherfucking guns off. Why you here? But old motherfucker.
And that's the shit too, but like,
no, it's serious though. Let's keep it above though, man. You gotta respect that shit because these motherfuckers move a certain way and shit. Like your old energy shit ain't gonna pass here every time.
We gotta stay in your lane.
When they need you, they come to you.
Yeah.
And that's the thing I was about to ask next, because like in basketball, like a young, you know what I'm saying? Like we always say, white hat, like franchise guy, star, would come to you and be like, "Yo, Melo, man, like." I'm going through this. Obviously depending on your relationship.
No, they won't.
But like relationship wise,
like, I see niggas do shit to rookies that was crazy. Like you gonna need like 10 more fucking what do you call them shits from McDonald's? The fucking flapjack shits with the sausage. You gonna need 10 of those right there. Oh, and you taking us to dinner tonight?
Yeah. But see, I don't think that culture is not there like that no more.
It carry
you know
like
why?
that?
Because everybody is getting bread.
Yeah.
So you ain't, and you know what I mean? So I'm coming in with a following. I'm coming in with somewhat of a brand. Whatever the brand is, right? So I'm coming in with, So you ain't gonna tell me to go get a new, back in the day it was, not back in the day, during my day.
Right. Back in the day, like it was 50s.
Oh, motherfuckers. Nigga. Like it was, you go get the news, get me a newspaper, coffee, donuts.
Yeah, that kind of shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Make sure, you gotta know everybody. You gotta know personnel. What kind of coffee they want, what kind of donuts they like, what kind of newspaper, some like the business section, some like the sports section. some like the shit, the crossword section. Like you gotta some niggas like to read the comics and shit. You gotta learn that. You gotta learn that personnel.
I want to know, does any of that shit ever carry into the game? Like, has a rook ever been so fucking offended to the point where that shit, well, it won't go on the court, but in the locker room?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I can imagine, because it's like, nigga, I'm a grown-ass man at the end of the day.
Nah, but back
nigga.
then it was different. Like, it was different.
It was part of the initiation.
You know what I mean? Because, like, it was real vets, and then it was rookies. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, the vets really...
Was
you had to earn your keep, though. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
and a lot
crazy?
of times they was testing you out. Like, to see if you just was going to do it. To see what type of your character. Like, are you going to do it? I just want to test you out. Yo, I needed the coffee at 6 o'clock in the morning. Make sure the coffee at the room.
I don't even really want this. I just want to see if you're going to do
but
this.
I seen niggas. I done seen like guys gotta go hit yo. Fucking what's the donut spot? The
Dunkin' Donut?
Nah, what's the other shit?
Krispy
Kreme. Right? Yo, I need a dozen. I need a box of Krispy Kreme, newspaper, coffee.
Get that girl.
6:30 though, right?
Yeah.
6:30 in the morning. Nigga come, shit get delivered, throw the donuts out, throw the coffee out.
At 4:30 a.m., so I was waiting outside of motherfucking.
Like, left me with a bill one time as a rookie. Left me with a bill. Bill was crazy. Like, what am I doing?
Yeah, I've heard about those where everybody go out to dinner.
They leave you with a bill, like you go out to dinner. They leave with the bill. They get you. Y'all be right back. Everybody start dispersing this shit.
And
you stuck with $15,000, $20,000 bill. The whole team done ate, popping champagne, drinks, steaks.
I'm assuming this never happened on tour type of situation.
I wish a nigga would. Fuck out of here, nigga.
If it was somebody who was gonna do it, who would it be? Because you've been on a lot of tours.
None of us, nigga. You gotta understand, like Wu-Tang, nigga. From day one, we would sit down and build.
Yeah.
Like, this is gonna fly. This ain't gonna fly. If there's a disagreement, well, let's build about it, God. Let's build it. You know, so it was always that. That's why we still together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that day, you gotta respect the process and shit. If I was a rookie and I'm coming in, I'm bringing them fucking. I don't give a fuck what he do with him after that. I did it. I don't give a shit what he did with him after that. The thing for me is, for you coming up as a youngster, I know you idolize certain ball players, but were you ever had a chance to play with any of them?
I missed MJ by a year, by a season. Mm-hmm. I missed him by a season.
After the Wizards?
Yeah, the Wizards. Yeah. I played for the team I own. You know what I'm saying? Like
nice.
that was that. You know, Wizard Mike.
Wizard Mike. He missed the dunk in the All-Star game.
I'm trying to see who else, man.
Yo, that was crazy.
I caught Reggie Miller. Like, he was somebody. Like, damn. Like,
I was more a fan of Cheryl, but I like Reggie. But Cheryl, you know, Cheryl was dope.
Cheryl was tough.
Go.
She was the real boy.
Cheryl was tough.
Cheryl
was tough.
There ain't no Reggie without Cheryl.
That's like that. He'll tell you that. He'll tell you that.
He will.
But Reggie was, Reggie was probably one of the guys that,
nice,
like at that level. Shaq, of course, but Shaq played a couple more years.
Yeah, New York don't fuck with Reggie.
I've been in the atmosphere, the Indiana atmosphere versus the Knicks. I'm sorry, man.
I already know.
That
Reggie made us look
fucking crazy,
bad, bro.
Fucking crazy, bro.
Crazy.
Spike out there. Spike can't come through the airport
at all, huh?
Spike can tell you. We gotta get Spike up here to tell that story.
That's crazy.
I would love to peel his
wig. They had to walk Spike through the airport like Mike Jackson, man.
I would love to peel that dude's wig. But that's gotta be like a kick in the head and shit, Because I was actually at the All-Star game when Vince won, and I never really pay attention. Yeah. I'm gonna keep it a buck and shit. Even when the game playing, we be in one of the suite bathrooms smoking and all kind. By the time we come out, game be over and shit. But dunk contest, I'm here and I'm watching this shit. And this is when LeBron got drafted and shit. So he's sitting like 2 rows up with his team or whatever. And I'm sitting next to David Justice.
David fucking Justice. Yo, not to cut you off, but you making a great point, bro, that we was talking about last week, where it's like, or not last week, the week before, where it was like, the All-Star game used to be, bro, Meth Man is there, Mary's there, DMX Jay's there, DMX, Bron, everybody's here.
Claustrophobic to a point where everybody was just you're damn right.
And it's like
Well, I think a lot of it has, I mean, that All-Star Weekend is something else, man. You know, a lot of STDs and shit. And,
Crazy,
like, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of money getting exchanged and shit for the wrong purposes, you know what I'm saying?
It's the lawyer talking. This
Motherfuckers,
It's McLean.
niggas ODing in bathrooms and shit.
is McLean talking.
It was just different.
He ain't been All-Star Weekend in a while.
You got McLean on retainer. They gonna keep you out of
A
trouble.
little different and shit. You know, especially if it's your first experience. You'll get lost in it, man. You definitely get lost in it and shit. You know, like I said, I seen Michael Jordan fast break by himself, wide open. Went up for the dunk, missed that bitch. We was dying in that motherfucker. Like, that's what you get for not signing that autograph for rappers, nigga.
That's crazy, bro. How did that? That's crazy to me because that's one of the most.
Mike. We love Mike. We don't care about that
Shout
shit.
out to Mike, bro.
We don't give a fuck about that shit. Mike, you ain't gotta sign shit. Buster don't sign autograph shit.
Yeah, nah. The shit with Mike is that he got uncle energy. You know what I'm saying? You gotta respect it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got time for this shit, bro. Like, I'm moving, bro. I got shit to do.
Know. You should know that.
Yeah. Like, you know what
Mike's
I mean?
a GOAT. Now, I don't get into those motherfucking conversations about who's better and shit, him or LeBron, because they forgetting about Kobe Bean. Kobe Bean was a bad man too, you know what I mean? Like, but, you know, like I said, I don't get into those things right there. They're all phenomenal basketball players, and before them, it was Wilt and Bill, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I even say in between
Wilt and
that,
Bill.
man. It was Magic.
Wilt and Bill.
Will and Bill.
Will and Bill.
Sick.
Hey, Bill couldn't
Wilt and
stand his
William.
ass. Bill ain't like that nigga. Bill ain't like Wilt at all. I read it. I know. Shit. Y'all like that money? What is it? Winning Time.
Winning Time.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I love that shit.
Real
That
good.
is
That shit
pretty
go crazy.
And it's what's so
Duos,
cool.
though, right?
Huh?
Oh, finish your point. Finish your point.
I thought it was just cool to see, you know, his son play him and marry his mother.
Yo. Some Marty McFly shit.
It's like some Marty McFly shit. Exactly. Crazy. Norm Nixon, shout out to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Deborah. I want to be respectful. Whatever. But yeah.
You know
Respect
who
you
you are.
guys. I did a great job with him because he killed it on Snowfall as well. So
That's a fact.
he's good.
So speaking about, you said Norm Nixon, those guys in Winning Time. Duos. Right? We talk about duos, right? What? So some of the best duos out there in music, right?
Yeah.
The Jadakiss and SP,
Yeah.
right? Going back,
Yes.
Nas and AZ, like
Yeah.
that was, you know what I
Hell
mean?
yeah,
Like
Ghost and Ray.
Ghost and Ray, like you know what I mean? Like you and Red was like, what's the what if duo?
You know what I mean? As a fan, though, like, what
as
would you
a
have
fan, like as a fan,
I want to see these two guys.
what is the
ball
what
for
if?
ball.
Like, damn, I wish this could have happened.
Ooh. I would have loved to do a whole joint with Snoop.
Ooh.
Me and Snoop Dogg. You know what I'm saying? I think that would hit crazy. And I would love to see Redman. Redman will tear anybody up, though. I don't care. Redman with anybody. He gonna shine any fucking way. Doc is my favorite fucking MC to this day, besides Inspector Deck. Well, so, I don't know. That would be it, though. Me and Snoop.
That's
Meth
crazy.
and Snoop album will go crazy. Bro.
Crazy.
That's two.
I mean, it would, but it wouldn't sell. It wouldn't sell. These kids don't give a fuck.
It's a group of people, even young generation, that would
They don't buy
support that.
records, though. Everybody streams and shit. And if I wait for stream money,
So it had to be a free album. Like you just,
there
we
you
just gonna
go.
do it and
There
put
you
it
go.
out.
I like,
Mixtape
you know
shit.
what I like? I like Radiohead did something one time where they dropped an album and let people pay what the fuck they wanted to
Yeah.
for it. And some of them shits were selling for a penny. And these niggas, I mean, they still caked up, but that wasn't the point why they did it. They just
Right.
wanted people to have access
Right.
to their shit. I love shit like
I'll meet
that.
you where you at.
Right.
One of my favorite songs right now is with you and Conway, Lemon.
Lemon Squeeze. Yeah.
Like, do you sort those type of artists out, or how do you receive that? Like, how does that work? Is it a respect thing, Conway? You know what I mean? It's more of a respect thing.
Because I told you I came from lyrics and shit, so it got to a point where I was like, I can't listen to this music no more. Am I old? Or is the music bad?
Yeah.
I couldn't decide and shit. You know what I mean? Then I heard this voice on the radio and shit. I was like, this nigga sound like Islord. Who is this nigga? You know I can't admit it with my dancing. 3-piece wagon with a dragon. Boom, 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 boom. Shoot the nigga in his head, now he lacking.
Boom, 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 boom.
I was like, wow, who is this motherfucker?
Yeah.
And then Pete Rock used to give him mad love all the time. And then I did my research and I was like, this nigga nice, but who's this nigga?
Yeah.
Then that was Benny. Then I was like, this nigga nice, but
Who was that? Yeah,
this
that was
nigga?
Wes, yeah.
Right? And I mean, the connection, you know, they was always being compared to us anyway and shit. So when Conway actually reached out, I was like, yeah, I spit on the shit for you. Not a problem. Not a problem and shit. I don't know what people expected. Like, they expected me to be ass and shit because you could take that shit with a grain of salt too. Like, Meth killed that. We might have verse of the year, this, that, and the third. Who would expect it? See, when shit like that happens, it's like, nigga, I've been nice. I've been nice. What the fuck wrong with y'all? Why you think he asked me to get on the record? Nigga, I got the job.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here with that
You know
shit.
what I mean? Like he know the pedigree.
I'm telling you.
So this is what I'm gonna counterpoint you. You know what I'm saying? And be like, nah, I don't believe you. Because you saying rap is a young man's game. But I go to a lot of shows, man. And I'm an 83 baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm 40 years old, so I got 4 kids. So I'm like, I'm tapped in with the youth, you know what I'm saying? You think you the shit, you ain't not even a fart, but I'm over here too. Trash rules everything around me, you know what I'm saying?
Niggas actually said that was a... Never mind, I'm gonna leave that alone. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna leave that alone.
So I'm in both worlds, you know what I'm saying? But I'll say this much. The younger artists, man, there's something to be said about the stage show. I went to the Hip Hop 50th at Yankee Stadium. You came out there with Red and Meth. You tore this shit down.
Ghostface, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ghost.
Yeah, we was there. I was there.
You know what I'm saying? Tore this shit down, going back and forth, breath control.
Nigga, I got off my couch and went there. You see what I had on?
That's what I'm saying.
All I did was throw the jersey on. I was on my couch.
I said, this
shorts on. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about this shit.
21 in his driveway.
I can't have fun.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, you came through, breath control, going in and out of songs, knowing the set. You know what I mean? DJ's on point with you. Y'all are locked in. Bars. And it was just, the show was a fucking show.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I went to go see Meth. I saw Meth. You know what I mean?
We've always
Where it's
concentrated
like,
on our showmanship, but go
right.
ahead.
And I feel like, saying rap is a young man's game, it kind of goes against that because I feel like the older generation, they got more energy and more... You know what I mean? Like performance.
You might have some validity to that,
You know
but
what I mean?
I've seen some of the younger acts, and I like when Wayne was coming up, they put on shows.
Oh yeah.
That Cash Money fucking tour was fire. Them niggas was up there rocking.
Wayne is showman.
Yeah,
100%.
pretty much. Yes,
And I feel
there's
like
a few of them, but I think a lot of them are imitating what they saw. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna point any MCs out, but there are some MCs that just, you know, and they talking. The music is playing with it, the words is playing with it, and they just walking back and forth like nah. Then they put the mic out there and let the crowd say the rest of it. And the crowd says all the rest of it and shit. So it's, I don't know. If that's a good time for y'all, my biggest thing is them with the phones and shit. How you enjoying the show? Ain't your arm tired? Like, what the fuck?
Hey, like when you look at the video, it's just a video of a bunch of phones anyway.
Yeah,
because you in section 30.
This is why a comedian like Dave Chappelle, who has material and all that shit, I can understand why he says, don't bring your phones in here. I may be using these jokes tomorrow. And y'all motherfuckers gonna have this shit posted every fucking where.
And I'm still workshopping this shit.
Yo, just be mindful of shit. I mean, these, like you said, that's the reason, because these young kids, not a lot of them, but some of them, have never been put through a bad boy boot camp with Puffy. No pun intended. Look, man, I'm talking about, like, you saw nothing to take away from Dipset when they did the verses with the Locks. You could tell the Locks came up through Puffy. Puff, showman, you gonna get your stage show right. When they were brought into it, they learned showmanship, all that crazy shit. Yeah. Whereas Dipset, different time, let's keep it a buck, different time, throw the music on. And we did, Wu-Tang was doing that shit all the way up to like 2000. Serious.
Just straight instrumental.
Just throw the fucking record on.
Yeah.
Just throw the motherfucking record on. That's not a show. You know what I mean? Whereas the Locks, they had presentation. Jada's, that fucking freestyle Jada did, he does that at all their shows. He does that at all their shows off of that beat. So when it came on, he comfortable. I was like, oh, I'm about to, you know what I mean? At that point, it wasn't about Dipset or the Locks. It was about Jada up here killing this shit. If y'all never seen it before, y'all about to see it now.
I know this play.
So that's the difference between showmanship and just showing up. You know what I mean? Dipset will show up. And them niggas, like, I've been to their shows and shit. Like, them niggas, the crowd love them niggas. Niggas getting cut and shit, bust wide open. Like, Dipset, nigga. Yeah. And Cam, what did I say about Cam? Cam is like, he swagged out. Like, I don't even know if swag is a word anymore, but that motherfucker, like, you look up motherfucking
Swagger.
Dead. Cam right there. And then you have Mace sitting right there next to him and shit. So you can't take that away from them. Some people just have that aura and shit. But when it comes down, when you, it's got, I don't want to use that analogy, not with Dipset and the Locks, but I'll use it for something else. But Remember when people were buying the Chrysler and they said it looked like a Bentley?
Yeah.
Until a Bentley pulled up next to that motherfucker.
It looked like a Rolls Royce.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
So listen, man, speaking of like, youth, you know what I mean, and staying young, you talk to Men's Health and, you know what I mean? You talk about...
the way you pull these abs out.
You know what I'm saying? Like getting brolic out here, you know what I mean? But you talk to Men's Health about a little bit more serious topic.
Yeah.
It was like, we talk about mental health a couple times on the show and talking about, dealing with depression when it look to the outside world, it looks like, yo, you on top of the world, baby. Yeah. You met the man. You in movies, you rich, you got a this and that, but you still dealing with, you know what I mean, fighting depression and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that's because of where I grew up at, PTSD. A lot of us have it, but we didn't know what to call it.
You know what I mean?
I'm saying? A lot of us had it. But
so what is it like to navigate something like that when the picture of Method Man is what it is, right? Like, it's
hard. I find solace in just being myself and not trying to live up to anybody's expectations, But it does bother me at times. I have episodes. It's like I've been dealing with it for so long. I know what it feels like when it's coming. So there's really no solution you can have. You just have to kind of like deal with it and ride this shit out. I say look for love, not from other people, but within yourself. And that kind of helps. But it's all about taking care of your temple. And if you're taking care of your temple, not only are you doing something, for yourself, but you're also taking the time out to consider your health, taking the time out to consider being there for your people as long as you can possibly be, that kind of thing, Right. So that's what it was for me. And as far as the mental part of it, to cope, you do the physical. To cope with the mental part, you do the physical. It doesn't always work, but hey, I like if someone's out there right now listening and you're going through depression and all that shit, all I could tell you is I hope your today is better than your yesterday and your tomorrow even better.
You know what I'm saying?
I do this, son.
Listen, not for real.
Telling you.
That's a fact.
Drop the mic on him.
Yeah, for real. Because it's like, yo, we like, again, like, that's something that, like, as black men, like, we don't really sit down.
We don't have time to.
You know what I mean? Like, that part, we too busy providing or, you know what I mean? Or keeping up this, like, I don't even want to call it a facade because sometimes it is PTSD, bro. It's just a veneer that you've built up.
Yes.
Growing up where we grow up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, your situation is different from your son as motivation-wise because you had a different type of motivation.
Yeah, hunger will keep you motivated.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, and our kids they ain't gonna know about, you know what I mean? Like, they ain't gonna know.
No.
But you adapt too, though, right? Like you adapt. It's like, it's like if this tree keep falling on me, like, all right, boom, like, eventually I'm gonna adapt to where the tree ain't. You know what I mean? I'm gonna adapt. I'm gonna move. So the tree, I'm gonna adapt to the tree, right? Mm-hmm. So I think that's what happens. Like we could, Jay said it, we could try to change, but that's just the top layer. Like we are who we are before we got here. Mm-hmm. We always gonna be grounded in who we are.
Exactly.
That's what makes us who we are in our respective fields. When we go and step on the court, when we go and step on the acting stage, and you know what I mean? Like when we go into these meetings, like as long as you have a strong foundation and you're a solid foundation, you're able to maneuver, navigate those rooms and know how to, talk to people and know what, which way I could go with this person.
As long as you focused and know what the fuck you want.
Yeah, you gotta be intentional.
I mean? Yeah, exactly, intentional. Michael Jackson said the best thing. When you're on the red carpet, your answer should be no longer than 30 to 40 seconds. Regardless to what they're asking you, you're there to promote something. Promote that, move on. Because once you start going outside of that, that's when you start getting like clickbait, so to speak, things of that nature and shit. And I don't give a fuck who you are, how old you are. If people shitting on you on the internet and you see it, that shit fucks you up. It affects you. Fucks you up.
I've been trying to tell people that shit, bro, but I'm like, people really think like, yo, they so like, this is Method Man. You know what I mean? This is Carmelo Anthony. You know what I mean? This is the Kid Mero. They're not real people.
Say some bullshit in my shit and I'm gonna be on your page like this, zooming in on your picture like this and shit, trying to see where you live at, what state you live in and all that shit like this motherfucker here.
And that's, and I ain't gonna hold you. That's one of the things that made me be like, oh, I'm definitely doing a show with Melo. Cause Melo's the type of nigga to be like, man, get the fuck out of here. Or really say like, yo, man, like, what the fuck you expect me to say, B?
Right,
like, you just shit on me like in a whole paragraph, nigga.
Right.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I respect the shit out of that because it's
But
like,
niggas know Melo can fight.
he said, yo, these shits work.
He put hands on niggas and shit, so they ain't gonna fuck with Melo like that, man. Even though there's some that are idiots that will and shit. That's why you gotta smack somebody every 6 months. I don't give a fuck, just randomly smack the shit out somebody every 6 months so niggas can see it and be like, yeah, we not fucking with that.
Nah, he still got it.
He loose.
Like Mike did in the airplane, bro.
Come on, man, nigga loose.
Mike said, I'm going to fight.
I wonder how Mike feel about them going on that tour they going. That shit is, I'm gonna keep my opinion to myself.
Nah, speak on it, man, because I was thinking about this shit
Pippen, Grant, and is that Luke Longley with them?
Oh, yeah, one of them.
Like the white boy, that's Luke Longley?
Yeah.
Luke Longley.
So what is that, Bill Wennington?
Oh my God, Bill Black, man. Stop doing that to Bill. Oh, is it Bill Black? No, hell no. Bill.
Nah, you got to have the.
Yeah,
oh no,
right.
it's Will Purdue. Will Purdue.
There you go.
what it was,
Bill,
Will.
I'm thinking Bill Cartwright. My bad.
Yo, come on, man.
Cartwright.
Nick
My
Legend.
bad,
But they shitting on them and they had the Jordans on.
Yeah.
They had the sneaker on.
Yeah.
That's contradictory right there.
That's crazy, man.
We actually,
ahead, man.
you know, not to go all over, but we actually performed in the old Seattle's Supersonics facility.
Yeah.
On tour and shit. And Sean Kemp came through. Thought that was so dope and shit. Thought that was really dope.
That's always been like, does it go? Because I've always been curious too, like, how far back does that go? You know what I'm saying? Where it's like rappers and the NBA kind of like
that
going.
shit is synonymous with each other, especially when you had these cats coming in,
Right.
Allen, Al Iverson. You know, it was just something, the whole style changed. Because they were dressing like us now.
Yeah.
How the fuck you play basketball, but you got on a throwback fucking, you know what I mean? You got on a throwback jersey of a team that ain't even in your motherfucking state that you play in.
That shit don't exist no more.
That shit crazy. That's crazy,
that
but
is
that was the
real when you
culture.
think about
That's
it,
the
man.
influence
I never
of
thought about
the
it like
culture.
that.
Yes, that is the influence of the culture. Then it was one All-Star Weekend where I heard one chick say, damn, all these different teams, I can't stand throwback jerseys. All these niggas out here playing for different teams and shit. And I was like, you know what? I will never wear another throwback again. That's when Jay-Z came out with the button-ups. Niggas wear super long button-ups.
That was nasty. That was a nasty era.
I like to see it cleaned up a little bit, but you're right.
Though. It made you think.
It did. It
Like,
did.
it made you
but
think,
I'm
like,
like-
damn, am I really gonna look corny like this? So like, fuck it, I'm going to throw the button up with the fitted on.
The
he could
triple
take
XL
credit
was
for that.
crazy. The quadruple. I'm like, bro, we're not even gonna tuck this motherfucker. This is a Brooks Brothers shirt. We're not gonna tuck this shit in.
I was going to big and tall. I was in big and tall getting the biggest shits I could
The
find.
biggest shit, bro.
And I didn't know there was a difference between XXL and XLT.
XLT.
XLT, I was like, oh shit, this is touching my knees, nigga.
You ain't with the dashiki on. You ain't with the Brooks Brothers dashiki
Biz
on, man.
Markie had on a long New York Yankee shirt that came down to his fucking calf muscle and shit.
Yo.
Shout out to Biz. Rest in paradise, brother.
That's a fact.
One of the greatest,
I
man.
wore a throwback, like playing against a team. I wore their throwback.
Oh, man.
The throwback was fire though. Like it was a fire throwback.
One throwback I wanted that I never could get, Nuggets. I could never get that, you know, with the
The
color.
city with the highline.
Yeah, with the fucking
Matumbo joint.
The colors on it. The
Yeah.
fucking, you know what I'm talking about.
The highline.
fucking
Yeah,
red
with
skyline.
skyline.
The skyline.
Yeah. What? That
The Kembe Mutombo.
The Matumbo.
the Matumbo.
Yo, get the McDice. This shit's-
Mahmoud, that's the jersey.
Oh, yeah.
The Denver Nuggets,
Abdul
Mahmoud
Rauf,
jersey. Abdul
man.
Rauf.
Mood.
The Grizzlies jersey used to go crazy, the Vancouver shit, man. That was a joint.
Shit. What you would have did if Rock and Jock was still around?
I think we should bring it back now.
You should, right? I don't know, but
I
MTV
think
doesn't
some
do
of them
any
All-Star
content. MTV doesn't do any content like that anymore.
NBA
In
should do it.
reality.
Yo, when I
NBA
was over
should,
there,
right?
Yes, you do.
I don't even know how much of this shit's gonna air or get me sued. I don't even care no more, man. But like, when I was over there at MTV, I was just like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
Yeah.
You got all this classical shit, and it's like, you know, shit is secular.
Mm-hmm.
Secular? Shit is circular, bro. It's
That is
cyclical.
crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
And I was with you too.
Yeah,
Secular.
secular.
But you made the what's the face?
Just to get
I was like, is that a new $100 word right there? That's
Cyclical.
nice.
reverse.
You know what I mean? But it's true. It was coming around to the time where, yo, motherfuckers, I want to see the shit that I grew up on. I want to see the shit
Yeah,
from the 90s.
yeah.
Bring back, you know what I mean? Like, Yo MTV Raps.
But
Bring
it
back.
won't work.
singled out.
It won't work.
And that's what I was trying to tell him. I was like, yo, it will if you do it like this.
No, it won't work.
Adapt to the digital where it's like you could have a presence in both. You know what I'm saying? It's like we got the digital shit and we got the TV shit.
It won't work because of YouTube.
But that's what I'm saying.
Because of a lot of different.
That was their problem. They had some type of weird situation with YouTube, and I'm just like, y'all are so goofy. I was like, watch what's gonna happen. I leave that, go to Vice, and they put everything on YouTube. The show blows up.
What I used to love about it, it was an event going up there. That building used to be hot. Like, just to get inside, kids would be lined up out there all fucking day. You don't see any of that shit now. I mean, the VJs were more famous than the acts coming up there and shit, you know?
But y'all was running through it. Y'all was running through.
We was having fun. We was having fun. Yo, I was smoking that motherfucker.
Y'all was running through crazy.
I used to smoke all in that bitch, man. Like, yo, cigarettes too. Shit. I brought cigarettes too. I brought in New Year's Eve. I was there for the ball drop. In MTV, they freezing outside, but I've never been in Times Square during the ball drop. Incredible. Because we got the best seat in the house. We're sitting up here. The ball's right here. 98 Degrees was there. What up, Nick Lachey? Salute. Salute, family. Somebody else was there, Ananda Lewis. And it was just, Jennifer Love Hewitt was there.
Oh, shit. Throwback. Yo. That throwback, though.
I love her.
Yo, they get through with the
Jennifer Love
the milk
Hewitt.
that come in the glass, man. That
Her middle
throwback.
name was Love. Come on, man. Why wouldn't you? But yeah, that was so fucking dope. And to see the ball drop and then it was just regular shit again. 5 minutes later, it was like, oh, okay.
Then it just turned wild corporate. I was like, I missed this shit by like a decade, B, because like everything you talking about.
I think it was changing with the times.
Yeah.
You know, and honestly, like, even the way of the late night talk show may be going away as well because of podcasts. You guys are killing them in real time. In real time, without any of the resources that they have. So this right here, dope. What Joe Budden doing, dope. Fucking what Steve Jack and fucking my man Matt Barnes is doing, dope. I'm saying if I had to go back to back with somebody in the club and shit, we gonna throw down and shit, Matt gonna be my nigga. You hear that, Matt? You my guy, dude. I'm calling you,
like,
man. We go
back
to back. We fucking club up. I'm telling you, man.
So we gonna spin the block back. We'll spin the block because they, you know, like going back to duos, right?
Yeah.
You said if you can, you know, you go to war with Matt. Like, what's the signs between like two talented artists coming together and like what are the traits? Because I, as an athlete, right, having another guy on my team, star on my team is like the nuances that you got to figure out between the duos, right?
Yeah. I think a lot of that shit has to do with if you guys relate to each other off top. Maybe y'all from or know each other or have some kind of hood shit that y'all know each other from and shit. But then it works over time, I believe. Or sometimes dudes just get it because they, you know, when you do the no look, this motherfucker, he expecting it.
Yeah.
Bang. Sometimes it's just synergy. As far as hip hop goes, a lot of us grow up together, you know. I was a fan of Redman before I even got on to rock with Redman. So I kind of knew his character and shit and played into that.
What were those traits that Redman had?
Just hood as fuck, cause Staten Island niggas dirty. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Hey, I'm from
right, when Wu-Tang,
he can say that. That's his hood. You know what I'm saying?
BX in the building, you know what I'm saying?
When Wu-Tang first came out, they was like, them dirty Wu-Tang niggas. Them niggas dirty. Them niggas dirty. Staten Island dirty niggas. Now, we're in between Brooklyn and Jersey. Yeah. So a lot of times we would go to Jersey to do our shopping, and them niggas look just like us, except they had dope cars. Niggas had, Jersey nigga be the bummiest nigga jumping into a motherfucking, what was the shit back then? Pontiac Grand Am,
MPV?
You know what I mean? MPV, shit. No, we going further back. We talking about Grand Am, Pontiac Grand Am.
Grand Nationals and all that.
Saabs.
That's a Celica.
Fucking Jettas.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
300 Z's with the T-top.
But it be the bummiest nigga. Got a pocket full of money though. And that reminded me of Staten Island niggas. Plus he just, I mean, smokers, there ain't a lot of shit that we got to do to get acquainted and shit. You just got to light up and talk. That's it. That's how I met X. And I mean, it was a small gesture by me to offer him weed. I didn't know who the fuck he was. But we was all at the video shoot. Me and Redden smoking. I'm like, oh, my man, yo, you smoke? He's like, yeah. You want smoking shit? He's like, nah, I got my own shit. And he rolled his own shit up and shit, you know, but he never forgot that.
Right.
He was like, you extended a hand to me there. You didn't even know who the fuck I was. I was like, yeah, but that's kind of people we are and shit. He hate LL though.
Hey, no.
Well, at the video shoot, he wasn't feeling LL's energy and shit. And if you guys want an indication of what that energy was like, we did an interview with somebody from MTV, the lady and shit, and she was asking us about Thanksgiving. Now, me, I don't fuck with Thanksgiving and shit. I know the history of that shit. Yeah. But, you know, LL gave his eloquent answer, as L does. That's my spirit animal, by the way. Oh, that nigga. Like, people know I idolize LL. But then they went to X, and X was like, nigga, fuck out of here, nigga. He's fucking about. Now, I just want y'all to see it, because I can't do it verbatim and shit. But yeah, X, you know, I knew I liked that nigga. I knew I liked him from that day. I was like, I like this nigga. I like this nigga. But that it's just something about camaraderie and, you know, respecting each other's space as men and just having fun where it's organic, it's not forced. Right. You know, you ever get around people, this is why I don't hang out at celebrity parties and shit, because it's those uncomfortable silences or people make you feel less than they are. I don't like shit like that. And it's never the artist, it's the people around them. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I kind of keep my distance from all that and like to meet people on a better level, whereas us two, nobody else around. Well, people can be around, but it's none of the pomp and circumstance. Right. It's just, did I say that right? It's pomp and circumstance?
Yeah, no, you butted it. You didn't sickle out.
No, what is the correct, what is it?
Pomp and circumstance.
Pomp and circumstance. Good, man. Fucking good, bro.
You in your bag. I'm going to get it right.
Baby, come on.
You in your bag right there.
Come on, man. Stop playing. Yeah. But yo. Yeah, you know.
I see it.
You know it's coming.
Jay already gave his answer. I'm going to give you mine.
One of the illest tours ever. You know what I'm saying? I always say, like,
salute to Jay-Z.
we would have
salute to the Rockefeller. Salute to Dame, all those niggas for even putting us on it. But go ahead.
Putting that shit together, yeah. Yes. Men of a certain age. You know
no incidents. You know what I'm saying? No fights, nothing. Well, yeah, that wasn't on camera and shit.
But yo, the Hard Knock Life Tour.
Yeah.
One of the illest hip hop tours, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying, of all time.
Yeah.
Like, y'all, X, Rockefeller, like
were
everybody.
Introduced to Ja Rule on that tour.
You know what I'm saying? Ja Rule, so.
Emil, yeah.
Emil, like, man.
Beans.
Go
happy birthday, happy born day, Beans.
Happy born day to Beans.
You know what I'm saying? But, like, being a part of that tour and then seeing, in particular, DMX, like, up close. You know what I mean? Like, and you know, when you on tour with a group like that, it's, There's opportunity to be very separate, but there's also opportunity to be very together.
Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
I mean, in common areas. So talk a little bit about that, man, and like seeing these guys.
Well, as far as X goes, we, like I said, I met him at the video shoot, so that's all I had ever heard of X. They go on the Survival of the Illest tour. I was doing some Wu-Tang shit, or maybe acting. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. But they came to the Apollo. So all those acts came to the Apollo, X, all them niggas, right? So I'm on stage performing Redman and them and shit, and I'm thinking, the Apollo ain't giving me enough motherfucking love out here and shit. Fuck y'all niggas. Right? So then X comes on. And I'm thinking they're gonna shit on him too. They just shit on Method Man. They're gonna shit on him too. X went out there, they knew every fucking word to every fucking songs I've never heard of before. They knew, like this nigga, like you see the footage of him performing in front of like a mass amount of people, right? Yeah. That ain't shit compared to the Apollo. Now, when you think of the Apollo, you know that's a tough fucking crowd. That nigga went up in there, man. It was like, man, niggas was in there going crazy and shit. The chicks was damn near coming up out they shit, and he murdered that shit. So fast forward, Hard Knock Life Tour. I already knew what it was going to be from that moment. I don't think Jay knew what it was going to be. Me and Redman would come on. Sometimes the lights would still be on, people still be getting in their seats and shit, and we talking like the first 5 shows. I was a little pissed about that. I ain't gonna lie. But all we had going for ourselves at that point in time was we had hit records and we had a gimmick that we would do at the end of the act where we would fly. NSYNC stole that shit, and y'all know y'all did. Fuck out of here with that shit. For they fucking No Strings Attached tour. These niggas on. Now they on shit. Whatever. We do the damn thing. No lie though. After like the 5th show, people started showing up early. It was like, man, be tearing that motherfucker up. Jay had to even fucking admit that shit, you know? But then X comes on. X comes on after us. All you hear is a boom, boom. You know, people's like this now, get quiet. Boom, boom. Then you hear a little bit of talking. When that nigga said, nigga. Jay wasn't lying, man. Jay wasn't lying. Everybody that was on that tour at that point in time was like, nigga, we can just pack our shit and go. We can just pack our shit and go. So he's going through his set and his energy. This nigga got asthma. He go back and forth. I mean, dripping sweat. They going crazy. In between songs, he can't even hear what he's saying because they screaming. He's trying to talk to them. They screaming. Comes up out the shirt, it's over. He up there with the shirt off now. If he walk on with the dog, it'd make it even more better.
Oh,
right? Because I'm looking at the spectacle of this shit now like, this nigga's incredible. So by the time the shirt's off, he got him in the palm of their hands, then the prayer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna keep it a buck, because I love X, right? The first 10 nights he did that shit, I felt like I wanted to cry, because I knew his story. After the first 10, after that, I was like, man, hurry up with this motherfucker shit, man. Fuck out of here, man. Hurry up with this shit, man.
Yeah. They got everybody crying and shit.
Hurry up with this shit, man. God damn it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was an event. That Hard Knock Life tour, no incidents, nobody fighting. Everybody got along and shit.
And a great movie came out of it.
Yeah, and Eve was introduced to us as well on that tour. She was killing it every night, though. I couldn't be a new artist, and that's my first shit.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, right? And and Ja handled it well. Eve, Emil was good. But Beans every night, acapella, no music.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, you know how many people out there?
It's a spitter.
It's like, I don't give a fuck, nigga. Drawn ass nigga. Wrong ass nigga. Every time you see him beep his horn ass nigga.
It's smack bitch.
Word. So I disagree with Jay on that point of it. Like, it was hard for him to keep up because it wasn't. Jay was up there doing his numbers. He had so many hits and shit, man, you know. He would do that two freestyle two many times in the two and all that. Yeah. And there weren't any fights. The majority of the places we went to were sold out. We donated money to Columbine from our checks. I didn't want to do that shit. I did it because everybody else did it and shit.
In Denver.
Yeah. But it was for a good cause. I can say that. I'm glad I did it. Let's say that. But I didn't want to do it at the time. Jay took us all out to see The Matrix and shit, rented the whole movie theater. I was like, bullshit. Bullshit. Never done anything like that, right? Never done anything like that before. Never. I don't think X was there. But they, you know, all in all, that was a great fucking, I would like to think that tour set the standard for, not even set the standard for touring, because that was Fresh Fest.
Yeah.
Fresh Fest, when that shit used to go out, because they wouldn't book hip-hop acts. They thought it would be a problem, fights, things of that nature. And there were a couple of incidents in different places. But based off the fact of that tour being successful, we were able to tour. I'll attribute it to that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And based off the fact that we toured, no incidents, you get the Up in Smoke, Dr. Dre and them niggas. You get Cash Money and them niggas. And then by the time Puffy got to it, and he did the Bad Boy 25th, niggas was airing that shit. I ain't like the dress code, but other than that, they was airing shit out. Puff know how to do a show. Like, that nigga, he is a conductor.
So
period.
if you curating,
what would the show look like?
No. If you could curate your own lineup, like if you could put together your own hip hop show with groups, what groups you were having?
Well, it would definitely be all groups, or I would do duos.
Okay, groups or duos.
We would bring Smith and Wesson.
Okay,
Ooh,
MOP.
Okay.
You got EPMD. Shit. It's so many. Damn, I'm gonna be mad at myself that I'm forgetting somebody I really.
If you had
love.
5 to like, yo,
5 dudes.
This is my 5 lineup right here. Groups or duos?
Groups or duos. Wu-Tang definitely. Then me and Red Man, because I want 2 checks. Shit, Public Enemy.
Okay.
Love Public Enemy.
Shit. Shout out to Chuck D, man.
And I would have to get West Coast. I'd have to get Ice Cube, because Ice Cube brings an immense audience with him. Plus, I just love that nigga.
So the West Coast Connection, or
West Coast Connection, or however he wants to do it. He can come, you know what I mean? Like, him, Dub C, and Mac 10.
Okay.
And shit, if we can bring back the old NWA,
Woo!
You know what I'm talking about?
Damn.
But with Eazy's son, that would be dope. Bring Lil Eazy with him. Yeah, that I think that would be nice for people to see. You know, like a cruise.
Imagine that.
Imagine the axe on a cruise.
Yo, Marine Method Man.
I would never go on a cruise, by the way. I have a phobia of big bodies of water, and the fact that when one person gets sick on those joints, everybody gets the shits.
That's it.
The shits.
You want E. coli, everybody got it.
Everybody get sick. Everybody get the shits.
That's it. Don't go down that water slide.
It's got to be the food.
Food is foul.
Yeah.
But yo, going from the hip hop, from the Hard Knock Life tour, music area.
I have thalassophobia, by the way, just for anybody asking. Look it up. Thalassophobia.
Thalassophobia?
Yeah.
Thalassophobia.
It's the fear of big bodies of water, big objects underneath water. Imagine the Empire State Building underwater and you're right next to it. That shit.
And you have no idea.
It'll freak me the fuck out if we're swimming in the water.
You worked at the Statue of Liberty.
I know, but I'm saying underwater.
Oh, underwater.
Like big statues and shit underwater. That shit, it's just me. It just freaks me out. Plus, I know there's shit down there that we haven't even touched yet. So I'm good. I'm good on ocean water.
So you're not doing the submarine?
No, I don't do submarine, none of that shit. I jet ski. That's just about it.
Shit is above the water.
I don't fuck with beach water either.
Yo.
They can have that shit. Only nigga go to the Bahamas, stay on the beach.
Yo.
Where is he? Down by the beach.
Yeah, down by the beach, boy.
They're down by the beach.
Yeah. But bringing it from music to sports, like, is there anybody that you felt like in that 08 Redeem team, you know what I'm saying, where it was just like, all right, I'm in here with big dog number one, big dog number two, you know what I'm saying? Like,
shit crazy.
You just know, like, and that's what we're talking about, the game changed, like, you know, like All-Star Weekend, right? You like you talking about the tour, the Hard Knock Life tour, like they knew they role, like they probably wanted to go out first just to get that energy.
Absolutely.
And like get, you know what I mean? Kick it off.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but also, like to your point, of a young artist not being able to, like how you handle that. You wouldn't go on that tour because of the prestige and who's everybody, the personnel.
Yeah,
it's the same way if you making your first All-Star game. Right, that's the energy. Like, damn, like you walking in and it's Shaqs and the Kobe's and the Dirks and the T-Max and the AIs and the Mob. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Tim Duncan's is old. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like, damn.
Especially if you're that token player from that city.
Right.
Because they'll bring in a player from a team just because it's that city.
So as a youngin', you there like, damn, I'm really sitting in here with
you deserve
like,
to be
I made
there,
it.
though. You deserve to be there.
But so I'm saying that now, looking back at the All-Star games that's happening now, there's no, that energy is not the same.
Not there. It's not
because
there.
you coming in as
asshole watch nigga.
old motherfucker.
But there are still stars.
Yes.
In the NBA, Ja Morant comes to mind. You know,
there's more stars today.
Yeah.
In today's game,
I agree.
100%.
Overall than it was.
I feel like there's levels too. Like there's the LeBrons, the Stephs, the KDs, and then you got a whole
plethora of dudes that any given night going to put up at least 25, 26. I said 25, 26. Consistently, like 25-point games, shit like that. You know what I mean? Even the contributors that'll throw up a good 12 for you, but they double digits on the rebounds. Shit like that. You know, everybody contribute.
But they throw the star word around. So everybody feels obligated and supposed to get star treatment. No matter what, everything you do is going to be hierarchy. It's going to be hierarchy, right? So as long as you know to respect the hierarchy, and I'm going to take my time, and I know my goal, though. I'm trying to break through that. You know what I'm saying? But I still got to show the respect. Like, it got to be a level of respect. Like, I might not fuck with you, but I still got to respect who you are, what you done did for me to be able to be out here doing what I can do.
To redeem us as far as getting that motherfucking gold medal back, how was that? That had to feel special.
Yeah, because we was talking about like how people, if somebody getting bashed on social media, like you feel that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Address the elephant in the room.
So we was losing. We was losing from 2000, like 04, we lost in Athens. Where we stayed on the boat. Stayed on the boat. They warring over there. They dropping bombs. And this is during the real wartime in Greece. They going to war in Athens, and we on the boat. We on the ship with Navy SEALs underneath us.
Right.
Up there like,
we
I got
lost
this.
that. Right. Then we lost in the World Championship in 06. So at this time, now it done seeped into the hip hop culture.
Yep.
Now when Kiss dropped the bomb on us, my Team USA get blown out. It's like, like, how you do that to me?
You had to do that.
Perspective,
That
baby.
right there shifted everything.
Mm-hmm.
Cause now niggas like, man, I ain't fucking with it. Like I ain't playing on the next team. Like
That's running for the smoke.
it made USA basketball, like the heads of USA basketball come together and like really figure the shit out.
So did they really bring Kobe in to fucking motivate nigga? Because that's what, I mean, I don't know. Like,
He was the last piece that we needed
yeah. Mm-hmm.
to like do what we needed to do.
Right.
Right. We probably could have won it without
believe
Kobe,
so.
but it would have been
That mentality.
it would have been tougher. Like we probably had a tougher time because everybody's roles probably would have been a little bit different. And then what Kobe gave us,
You're right.
it would have been hard. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
we probably would have still won because of our talent and who we are. But that 08 was a lot different. So bringing Kobe in was the piece that really kind of molded everybody together to make the tour
Dope.
work.
Yeah, work.
'Cause
Yeah,
everybody is their own act.
Right.
So we got our own Hard Night Life tour, like
you gotta
the
live up
Redeem
to.
team,
Right.
So it's like, how do everybody play a part in that? And we knew, all right, in order for us to make a stance and like show the rest of the world what type of time we need the heavy hitters.
Heavy.
So he was the last heavy hitter.
No egos. That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's when he hit power with the,
yeah,
like, yo, I'm going to show you, let me tell you what it is, what we here to do.
this is what we're doing.
This is my man, but...
He was that
Punch
last
Kobe in
piece.
his motherfucking face. For this shit. You're demonstrating on me, nigga. Fuck out of here. I
on,
get
man,
it,
like
man. You
we-
could have just told me that shit. Fuck out of here.
Yo, we could have told you, he text me and we fixed the
God, you
shit.
could have told me that shit. Now I'll punch you in your motherfucking
Nah, he
head,
already
nigga.
told you though. He
Yeah,
told
he
him.
did, right?
He
Yeah,
told
he
him.
did. Oh, okay.
He's like,
Y'all
yo,
run through-
yeah,
yeah,
you
run
my
through your
brother,
chest.
but...
Okay, yeah.
He told him.
gonna run through your shit.
I'm gonna run through your chest. But
That was his teammate.
that was his best friend.
He's like, if you gonna go hard on the teammate like that,
yeah,
shit,
that's the
we ain't got a
godfather of his
chance.
kids. Like that, you know what I'm saying? But
Man,
you got a different jersey on it.
I ran into Kobe during the Hard Knock Life tour. That nigga did not speak to me.
He was locked in.
Yeah, he with Vanessa. That nigga did not
Hey,
tell
look,
me.
bro.
I was like, all right, Mr. Bean Bryant.
Hey,
All right.
hey, listen, it's part of being a sex symbol, bro.
No,
Like,
it's
you know
all
what I'm
up.
saying?
It's all up. Who, him? Not me.
You.
Nah, fuck out of here. Hell nah.
He's like, I ain't bringing my shorty around this nigga, man. Nah, fuck out of here.
Vanessa wasn't worried about nothing but Kobe. Please believe that. If he worried about Method Man, shit, he wouldn't have won half them games he won. For real, for
Nah,
real.
you know what's crazy? This is a mad random story, and I'm gonna get back on track after this. The first time I seen you, this is Mero, the graffiti writer, weed smoking booster. This is not Mero, the comedian writer.
Okay.
Weed smoking boosters.
Yeah, that's it.
Like shit.
That was it. That was my occupation. Weed smoking
Fucking
booster.
resume.
You know what I mean? And y'all used to have me hyped because Wu-Tang is one of the first people I seen wearing North Face, Steep Tech, all this, like, you know what I mean? I'm like,
Staten
oh, y'all
Island
know
shit,
about this?
yeah.
How do you know about this?
Snow
Like,
Beach.
Hustle clothes. It kept it warm.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? You hustle in that shit, you can rack in that shit, got zippers everywhere, compartments, police can't find shit.
Nigga, I used to find random cracks in my motherfucking pockets and shit. 'Cause it would fall through the hole in my pocket and the shit just sitting down there. It's like, if the cop just looked, he just stuck his hand in there, he would have got the shit.
So this goes to like the difference between now and back then, where it was just like athletes, rappers, you know what I'm saying, was like superheroes. You know
Pretty
what I'm
much, yeah.
saying? So I'm
Some
like,
type of mystique.
bro, I'm sitting in motherfucking Olive Garden, bro. I ain't even eating. I'm just sitting in there like, yo, wait to get your seat area because it's cold outside.
In Times Square?
In Times
Worst
Square.
Olive Garden ever.
Worst
On
one
the planet.
ever. And I'm sitting in there just to warm up because I'm out there, do my little 1-2 thing, whatever, you know. And I'm in there like, let me warm up before I go back out. And I'm like, bro, is that Method Man? And I went up and I was like, bro, yo, I'm a big fan, da-da-da. And you was super cool about it, bro. You sitting down there eating. And my high ass come over, yo, I'm a big fan, da-da-da. And you was mad gracious about it, but then you stood up to dap me. And I was like, oh shit, this nigga tall
Tall
as
as
fuck.
fuck, yeah.
Eating pasta fagioli.
Unlimited breadsticks.
Caesar salads all day.
Word.
Yo, but I feel like
Oh, yeah,
like, you know what I mean? Like a lot of dudes is not like that, man. Like, and I appreciate that because I was pop,
Yeah.
bro, back then, and
Yeah.
I just came up because I was just like, man, this dude is. I see him on TV every day.
That's love.
I only got 3 channels, and I
love.
still see him on Video Music Box.
I learned patience with this business. You gotta have patience and shit. Because if you don't and shit, it may like, they say never meet your heroes. You could crush somebody in that moment and shit.
Right,
you know
right.
what I mean? I try to have as much patience as possible, but I know when somebody doing the most.
Yeah.
Yo, let me get a picture, Meth. I don't like when niggas go out for a picture and they throw their arm around my neck like this.
Yo,
Like, come on, man. Fuck up out of here, man. Don't do that, man. Word. And I smacked a lot of dudes' hands. I smacked a lot of, from putting their hand around my waist.
Nah, the waist is crazy.
Come on, man.
Nah, that's
Fuck,
crazy.
The waist is crazy.
Nah, B, don't do that. Non-cypher.
Non-cypher. Yo, non-cypher, man. Non-cypher, man.
Non-cypher. No, that ain't gonna ride right here, man. You know what I mean?
Yo.
Even me and Redman, when we take pictures with females, it's both of us, and the female in the middle, I say, you want head or waist? And he'll put his hand up here, and I go around waist. And be like, yeah, bang. Nobody won't be touching each other's arms and shit. Pause. Yo, nigga, my skin just touched yours. Nigga, nasty.
Part of the left.
Part of the left, nigga.
I know you didn't shower yesterday.
Yeah.
It's feeling crazy. Each and every week, we got America's favorite segment, man. 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. It's called
Fucking with it or fuck out of here.
That's Right. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck with it or fuck out of here.
we got one of the illest voices in hip hop to do it.
All right.
So, all right. So we asked you, you know what I'm saying, a question about what's going on in the world, pop culture, politics, music, whatever. And you either tell us if you fucking with it,
Okay.
or if it's a nah, fuck out of here, man. It's gotta go.
All right.
You know what I mean? So first off, we got Tiki Barber throwing shots at Saquon Barkley. You know what I mean? Because we know on Monday, now former Giants running back, you know what I mean? Saquon signed with the Ops, Philadelphia Eagles.
Eagles colors on the day.
Yeah, I'm not dude, but you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's just I just like green. You know what I mean? So he signed with them, division rivals, $40 million.
Tiki had a problem.
You know what I mean? And Tiki had a problem. He had a super problem. He had this to say.
Tiki?
Tiki Barber.
Oh, Tiki done been using that bleaching.
He ain't not the Sammy Sosa. He had to send it out to Sammy Sosa.
Excited for the next chapter. Blue heart emoji. Peace.
Okay,
Right.
blue heart emoji.
He's
I'm
dead
looking
to
at
us.
a
He's dead to
picture.
us now.
Yeah, say it.
He's dead to us.
Because he won't say
You're
it.
dead to us, Saquon.
Good luck. You're dead to me.
Okay, but you know what? He said it in fun. I mean, I get it. Team player, tribal. That's how most football players are.
Football for real.
Yeah,
nah,
very
football
tribal
special.
about their
Come on,
teams and
Tiki.
stuff like that. But you can't fault that man for
Come
wanting a
on,
better
man.
situation. How could they fault that man for wanting a better
Tiki
situation?
too. I'm like, yo, you used to play, bro.
So I'm gonna let him answer fucking with
All
it.
right.
Fuck out of here.
Fuck outta here.
Fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here, Tiki. Fuck out of here. You done some questionable shit too, Tiki.
Yeah, nah,
You
that's
done some questionable
that's
shit.
what made me be like,
For you to be mad at this man for doing what's in his best interest, and you've done some questionable shit, fuck out of here.
and that's my take on it too.
That's why I like Rondé better. He's a good brother. I'm joking, of course. Fuck out of here, Tiki Barber.
Yo, nah, I'm with you, bro. It's a fuck out of it. Fuck out of here for me. Because as a player, you supposed to know. Like the business of the game, bro. Like, you know what I mean? As a fan, I sat up here and told you a bunch of shit, and you was like, my man, there's no friends in business.
There's
You know
no
what I
friends in business. But it's also, Saquon gave y'all 2 years to get a deal done.
Get it right.
Yeah,
Like,
he let y'all franchise tag him and all that shit, man.
Y'all
Come on
want to
now.
go pay the quarterback. Y'all had
gave
2
it to
years to sign Saquon. That's my thing. Y'all had two seasons, 2 years to sign him. And y'all offered them, y'all ain't offer him guaranteed money.
In their defense, though, right? Speaking from a business aspect,
Running back.
hurt in college,
Okay.
right? Running back, another
Okay.
thing. Twice in the pro league. You have to assess things as far as your cap space and if it's a liability or
Yeah,
you know. So,
absolutely.
And honestly, if they couldn't do anything more for Saquon, let him go. And I respect the Giants for letting him go.
But they didn't let him go like that.
I know they held him for as long as they
Yeah,
could, right?
it's crazy.
But the mileage on running backs is what it
3
is.
years.
Absolutely. And he's showing you, though. He showed you. He showed y'all.
Well, I mean, if
Giants
they, I
fans.
mean, you're right. I mean,
he put the Giants on his back, running the ball.
and if they were
they knew it
assholes
was
to
coming.
him,
When they
what's
knew
the
it was
best
coming.
way to say fuck you? Go to your rivals.
So I don't
team.
like that. I don't like it. You know what I mean? I look at it differently. Like, I feel you as a former player and a Giants guy. Like,
Yeah.
but nah, you don't do that. Like, you don't. You know what I'm saying? Because it's already division between athlete and younger generation and older generation.
Right.
So
you just making it worse.
You just making it super worse.
Get
like
off my lawn.
that man went like he went to where he was wanted. Now,
There you go.
listen, I ain't going to Boston. Like,
Right. That's not a factor.
But what I'm saying is, this might sound contradictory, but he did what he had to do.
Right.
Right. He got, because of your point, running backs are not as liable and valuable, and y'all didn't offer him guaranteed money. So Philly gave him guaranteed money.
Yeah.
You got to do, especially in football, man.
And that's all it came down to, guaranteed money. And I gave y'all 2 years to figure this out.
Yeah, and that boy worth it. Let's just say that he's worth that fucking money.
100%.
And y'all was betting against me. My own people.
That's crazy.
So
Penn State
I'll give it to you for that perspective.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So
Yes.
I feel where Tiki's coming from as far as like, yo, nah, you don't go over there to the green team. But
I want to see what he do.
But fuck out of here with
Fuck out of here.
Yeah, fuck out of here,
Fuck
Tiki.
out of here, man. Like, see, come on,
Fuck outta
man.
here,
Fuck out of here, Tiki.
Fuck out of here, Tiki.
Wildin', bro.
Rondé, show up. Where you at, brother? Roll call.
Wait. We need Rondé take on this, man.
All right. Yep.
So listen, pre-game speeches.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You did the hype video for the Jets this season.
Yeah, I did.
Fire.
Yeah.
Question for you.
I had to memorize that shit too. That was crazy. Word, I didn't know I had to memorize shit. I thought I'd be able to read it, but yeah.
But two in general, man.
Yeah.
Pre-game or pre-show speeches. You fucking with it or fuck out of here? Across the gamut, because you know there's a lot of people backstage before a show.
All right.
Before they go out and perform, they'll do like a little whatever, prayer, whatever you want to call it, hype.
We don't do that shit.
So it's X. You got DMX.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yo, we about to go out there and do the motherfucking thing.
No, what you talking about as far as me? How it goes with me or pre-game or pre-show speech? I don't
Pre-game or
understand.
pre-show speeches. What do you prefer?
I don't know.
Fuck away the fuck out of here.
Pre-game, pre-game. Why would you do a pre-game speech? I don't get it.
Yeah, coaches give pre-game speeches all day long.
Oh yeah, get that shit the fuck out of here. Pre-show speeches, depending on the context of what it is. Yeah, I fucks with that. I'm fucking with it.
Fuck out of here to the pregame
Yeah,
speech.
like if somebody got two-piece during the game, I'm definitely watching the pre-show to see what's going on, even though it's not a speech. But I'm watching that.
Yo, so the coach being like, yo, Meth, listen, I'm gonna need you to run the pick and roll a little more efficiently. And we're gonna go out there and we're gonna put our pants on one leg at a time. You're like, yo, get this
Nigga the fuck out of here. Some people ain't good at that shit,
It
man.
depends on the message.
Honestly, I think you should let the players do that shit, not the coaches.
Yeah.
You should let the players do it.
Speak on it, because a lot of coaches, they don't got the locker room.
They want to inject themselves into a lot of shit, and some coaches know their fucking role. I'm looking at Dawn Staley. She's fantastic.
She know how to communicate.
Yeah, she does know how to communicate.
She got that shit.
She keeps those young ladies, you know what I mean?
She got her paws on them.
Right. They're very respectful. Let's put it that way. You know what I mean?
What's the worst shit you heard? Like, because I know that, because you saying it depends on the message. I know you heard some dumbass messages, bro, because I seen you on the benches next to, and the coaches that you've been coached by, and I know you heard some dumbass shit, bro. You ain't even got to name no names. You ain't even got to name no names, bro.
No name. Come on, let's go. I want to hear this shit.
Come on.
That's a story, but I don't know. I don't have the real story. Like I'm trying to remember, but I remember pre-games. It was a guy, and like every coach would get they time to speak before a game or something like that. So it was one moment, this guy come here, says a coach, super hype, speech, rah speech, and at the end of the speech, he says, "Now let's go out there and score some touchdowns."
Like, nigga, this is basketball.
What the fuck?
Come on, man. Everybody in here. Anybody that remember that story on my team,
that's
please,
dope.
please give me the whole story, because I remember, all the thing I remember is we looking like, yo, want some touchdowns?
Yeah.
So, depending on who it is, though, man, like I fuck with pregame speeches. Like some games you need that
context,
motivation, but if you making a pregame speech every game for 82 games,
Come on, dog.
things will be like, yo, come on, bro. Wins, losses is like, you got to pick your time.
I can't change my answer now. He killed that. I'm good with pregame. I'm fucking with it. I changed my answer.
Yeah. And sometimes it be a player, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, for example, like Joe Flacco said that he used to get annoyed by Ray Lewis speaking.
I can see that. Ray Lewis long-winded. Like
he intense, and he intense.
He very intense, but he long-winded like a motherfucker. You know what a long-winded nigga is.
And he trying to get you to run through a wall. Like,
right,
you gotta go to war.
That part.
So Flacco was cool as shit over there. Joe Cool. That's like
Joe Cool, yeah.
That's Ray.
It's like I'm saying, to take me back to the DMX shit. It's like, oh, yo, I mean, the first couple of times you hear Ray Lewis speak, it's like, yeah. After the 10th time, it's like, Ray, wrap this shit the fuck up. We got to go out here and win.
We in a Wendy's, my nigga.
Right. Come on now, wrap this shit up, Ray.
Nelly toughest era claim.
Last
week, Nelly visited the shop.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to the shop.
Yeah.
You know, Mav and PR and those guys. And made the claim that from 1999 through 2010, was the toughest era in rap. Now, let's check out the clip first.
When I put out songs, I had to go against DMX,
Eminem,
Jay-Z, Eminem, Lil Wayne, 50 Cent, Luda. All of us are fighting for one spot. So from 99 to like 2008, 10, it's the hardest era ever to get records.
You know what? That's crazy because everybody had their lane, but Nelly was ruling shit.
Man, there's only M Pimp Juice and us.
Yeah. That's it.
That's it.
That was it, bro.
It's weird to hear him say that, but I get it because he had nothing else to refer to. I mean, that seems like a tough era, right?
Yeah, and he coming from where he coming from,
St. Louis. Yeah.
Like,
so I see his point as far as that goes. But I think the toughest era in hip hop, fuck it, I'll say all of them, man, because we all still fighting for the same fucking position. What is he talking about? We all are still fighting for that same fucking position. It's like as far as R&B go, they need to just wrap that shit up. That's Beyonce. She got that. She going, you know what I mean? In the country,
who the male R&B though?
Male, well, I mean, that's that. They have a few of their choice picks, but I don't listen to male R&B. You know what I mean? I listen to the groups like I came up on Jodeci.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Audition, Portrait.
Commodores and shit.
Zoom, right? Commanders. Come on. I don't know, but I would say he has some validity to that because it was pretty tough. But by that point in time, hip hop was everywhere.
Yeah.
So as far as getting on, nah. I mean, there was an audience for anybody that could get their shit heard or put out at that time. Whereas back when we started, you didn't even know what motherfuckers looked like.
Yeah.
There wasn't no video reference, nothing, no album reference, nothing and shit. It was just what you heard on the radio and shit, you know? All those eras were hard though. I mean, everybody opened doors so the next person can have it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Period. You know? But I'm not gonna deny what he's saying. I mean,
so you fucking with it?
Yeah, I'm fucking with it.
Okay.
I'm fucking with it.
I mean, I think he's coming from like like as an individual, I gotta come through. I'm coming from St. Louis. I'm coming from the Midwest. Like,
yeah, the Lou, right?
I'm from the Lou, and I'm proud. Like, you know what I'm saying? He gotta hold that fort down for the Midwest.
He did it well too.
So for him to infiltrate the hip hop game like that, holding it down for the Midwest and St. Louis, and still going up against the names that he was saying, those was heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Bone did it first though.
Absolutely.
Bone, they opened up that door. But like I said, it makes it easier for everybody. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
Absolutely. So with him, it's like, damn, I'm going up against L, Jay, Luda. Like, these everybody. This.
Yeah.
I fuck with what he's saying. Do I think it was the toughest era? That 90s era was crazy. 80s was, you know what I mean?
80s was tough too.
Fight. Like,
80s was tough too. Because a lot of those dudes never got their just due. Like Big Daddy Kane. People don't even know who the fuck he was on the West Coast. But we don't know who Joe Cool and Rodney O is on the West Coast.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Them niggas was like hood staples and shit. So I mean, it's just about time, placing, and like I said, I cannot deny what Nelly said because for him it was a tough era. It was a tough era.
I fuck with it.
I fuck with it. I fuck with
Mo. Dirty NT and all that.
Dirty NT. Plus Nelly just a dope individual, period.
Yeah,
He is. Fun.
Nelly put me in my first ad, man.
Nice.
Vocal.
For the vocal?
He had the vocal and the apple.
And the vocal
Straight from Syracuse. I had apple bottoms.
Bless you for the apple bottoms, though. I'm talking about with the chicks, man. Because they could not find no fucking pants they size.
Yo, facts.
Nelly had the damn game on Smash.
He had it on Smash.
He's like, oh, you got Dragon the Wagon?
Here we go. Come on. Come the apple bottom.
Yo.
Y'all tired of low-rise jeans that show your butt crack and your thong line? Come to Apple Bottom.
Come on, baby. Come on. We got the boots with the fur, too.
Word.
Yeah.
Word.
I mean, part of me was like, yo, fuck out of here at first. Because, you know, reactionary. Like,
yeah, well,
you went for comments first, that's why.
You just stuck on the part where it's like it started in New York, nigga.
Right. Yeah. Niggas should start in the Bronx. Fuck out of here. Fuck me. Fuck you, me. Nigga, cool heart, nigga.
How come Brooklyn the only people that don't say they from New York?
They from Brooklyn.
Yeah, period.
Yeah. But I feel like Bronx motherfuckers is like that, too.
No,
like, I know everybody I know.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then also, like, people that is not from the Bronx look at the Bronx like as like another, you know what I mean? Like,
Brooklyn
it's like,
could be its own state, though. Like
yeah,
I mean, like its
much.
own. Like if it take Brooklyn and put it somewhere else, like it's
its
its
own
own place.
What I'm saying, the largest project in America is fucking Queens.
Queensbridge, yeah.
Yeah, Queensbridge project.
And Red Hook.
Red Hook.
Piece of the hook.
Bro, they used to throw fucking pit bulls off the roof out this motherfucker.
Yo!
Pit bulls off the roof. Yeah. You walking with your grandma and shit, pit bull.
Wow! Yo, nah.
The funny part is y'all just step over the shit like it's routine.
Yeah,
Yo, listen, man. I see motherfuckers throw a refrigerator off the roof.
Yo, you pulled the vocal ad up like,
Young Melo the God!
What I'm saying though, like who has swagger like that? Like the guys that came before y'all, you remember them haircuts?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, in the 70s, they was wearing pimp outfits.
That's
All
a
of
fact.
them.
They was
Cool.
cool.
The
Clyde
skies,
Mulligan,
what they call it? Sky, the fucking big collar shirts and all that shit.
Butterfly collars and all that.
But it was a suit. So when they saw y'all doing this shit right here, it was like, wait a minute.
Hold on a
We
second.
have no control.
We got to go back to the zoot suits.
We got to go back. No, I think it was a
We got to
control
go back
issue.
to the boxing boys.
Honestly, I think it was a control issue, and they just wanted to exhibit some form of control. Because who was that supposed to be satisfying? Who was complaining the most? Corporate. Period.
Corporate.
We need these guys dressed like the college students do when they come to it. Why? We already did college.
We got to dress like C-suite execs.
We got to make
Get
it
the fuck out of here. And some of them suits was horrible. I'm looking at you, Steve Jack. Some of them suits you had, nigga. Steve Harvey cuts on them shit.
Yo.
I love you, Steven Jackson.
Yo, they had the Jinko suits, bro. They had the wide leg shits, bro.
No. This shit was huge. These suits were
So that's
huge.
making you do something. They just put you in out your comfort zone. Like,
Right.
Period. And that's what was I telling you?
Absolutely.
Now motherfuckers popping out with triple breasted suits
they
and
can
shit.
feel comfortable.
Zoot suits and shit, big ass butterfly collars.
You know what I think? A lot of it
pieces.
started with because their kids, little suburb kids, started dressing like you guys. They're idols. So now they got on the. Why do you have a headband on, Billy? It's not. You're not even playing sports right
When
now.
I saw the little white kid with the braids, I said,
Yes. Yes. But see, that's the thing though. We can embrace that shit.
yeah.
Especially when you get a white chocolate like Jay Williams. I mean, come on, man. This nigga did the L. Who just tried that shit recently in the All-Star game?
Halliburton.
Halliburton nice though. He nice.
Nice.
Nigga super nice, but no.
You ain't doing that one.
See what Jay Will said?
Execution was way off. Jay Will was different.
Yo.
Jay Will, few people, man, for real. Like that whole era, especially the era when you came in, Braun, I mean, who was on their way out? T-Mac, Vince Carter, all these niggas was on their way out, or rather they were in the stage of their careers where
Yeah. The later stage, I
Right.
was like Shaq.
yeah.
You know, Shaq was reaching. Tim Duncan. They still went through the tens, through the
Most
tens.
boring
but
basketball player I've ever met, but I mean I've ever seen. But I respect the shit out of him.
It's the fundamental.
Yeah,
Mr. Fundamental.
man. I'm like, damn, he caught the ball on the low block. It's over. Like, you know what I mean? You gonna do a little the assistant principal
but
maneuvers.
yeah, you come up under the tutelage of David Robinson. I mean,
Yeah.
it's real. You know, I have nothing but respect for professional ball players, man. Some of the shit that you guys do, man, it's inhuman. I'm still intrigued by the 3-point shot from half court.
Yo, come on, you gotta come.
Don't fucking Dame Lillard
You gotta
doing.
come to 2024.
I know, because that's all they do.
that shit by accident now.
I'm still
I mean,
intrigued.
but
They about to
Dame-
go to the 4-pointer next.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
straight, yo, nah, it's bugged out because now
All the more
everybody
better
in
to
the
bring
team
back
can
the
do
rock
that
and jock, though.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that'd
shit. With the
be
50-point
fine.
peach basket, we need
Come
that.
on.
We need that.
I used to suck on them shits, but we beat the shit out of NSYNC at one of them shits.
Don't
The
take us
3-on-3.
Yo, listen, man. The one and only man, Meth Child, Method Man, you know what I'm saying? Clint Smith, you
Yeah,
know
I
what
was
I'm
about to get
saying?
myself in trouble.
You know what I mean? McLean, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Whatever you want to call him, he's here in the
Yeah.
building, 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. Woo! One of the illest shows out. one of the illest shows. Top 2, and it's not 2, man. Be real with yourself. You know,
Be real with
Melo,
yourself,
Anthony,
baby.
God,
Like that.
Method Man, your boy the Kid Mero. We here. You know what I'm saying?
Peace.